Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to Audio Addiction. It's your boy Brandon. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for chilling. I took a little I guess I didn't take some time off because we did stream Wednesday, so I did not stream Friday like I initially planned to, but that was because life stuff happens. Um that's about it. I've been busy. My day job has been pretty crazy, so I'm excited to do. I felt like catch up stream seemed appropriate for tonight. If y'all want to do something different, that's fine. All good. If you're new here, thank you for hanging. Thanks for chilling. My name is Brandon. Watch if you like watching these live. I do these on Twitch, Monday, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern. So come hang out on Twitch. If not, feel free to watch them on YouTube. They're almost always up on Patreon first and foremost before they go onto YouTube. So go do that. But yeah, I felt like there was a lot we missed out on. And I felt the need to maybe do some catch up stuff. Yes, no mustard streams tonight. But yeah, there's a lot of new music that has come out within the past couple weeks since the last time we did one. So I felt it's probably a good time to do some of this stuff. So if we missed out, then that's it. So thanks for giving me some good music. Again, come join the Discord. That's where I post most of this stuff anyway. So be rad if I could see you in there. Um, the community is great. So Kala, hello. Sarah, hello. Hopefully you had a great time at your show. Gunky said, "What's up? Ketchup is always good." I agree. But mustard is best. If you would like to put a poll for mustard or ketchup, it depends on what it is. I feel like most times, I'm a mustard fan, except for if we're talking like fries, then you got to go with ketchup. You know, I feel Unhi. Um, hello, thank you for hanging. No, Santa says, but I'm a Dijon though. Fair enough. Sarah says on a pretzel. Yeah, fair. Let's see. Kala says I'm a ketchup hater. Oof. Biscuit, hello, thank you for hanging. Gunky says on a hot dog or chili dog. Ooh, fair enough. Wow, uni is the ketchup only. Okay, all right. Respect. I respect that. That's a move. Connie, hello, thank you for hanging. We'll have to pick a day on when you're gonna do your deep dive, so let me know too. Sarah says the show is great. I laughed so hard this morning when his account posted photos of the show, and I'm so tall. One of the photos I'm partially blocking. Oh, that's awesome. That's so cool. I feel like if you're up that close, it's like I don't, I'm not that tall, so I can't say that I would be blocking anybody. Biscuits a ketchup fan. Okay, fair enough. Sarah is the person I'm always stuck behind. Guggy says ketchup is a must. For me, I'm eating a Raising Cane since I hate their sauce. Their chicken is not that good plain. Wow, you hate the Raising Cane. Oh, that's a listen. That's rough. That. I don't know if I can stand by that statement, Gunky. I feel like Raising Cane sauce makes the chicken. As someone who had as someone who has had Raising Canes recently, I have to feel like that the sauce with Raising Canes has to work. I feel like it's better than Chick-fil-A sauce. Wow, this is getting really intense here. I'm about it. Um I just dared to put the full of the oh my god. Which oh my god. Wow, okay, ketchup won out. That is a surprise, honestly. I'm a little shocked by that one. Um Jazz, hello, thank you. Wow, interesting. Okay. Sarah says, I'm going to put in the Discord, LOL, find Sarah. I'm just a tall person in frame. That's fair enough. Connie says, oh, by the way, I got the playlist for the deep dive. I think I chose BAP. Oh, nice. Very cool. I'm gonna report the poll because ketchup won. Cal is in enemy territory. Oh my god. Sonja says, hi, bummed because I can't stay long. I have work things I need to do. I would try to pop in a few. And yes, ketchup is a staple. Sonja, hopefully work hasn't been too crazy for you. Thanks for coming through as always. Business says for me, chicken and honey mustard. Hey, listen, okay, I'm on Team Biscuit here. That's fair. I see that. Chick-fil-A's chicken is about a million times better, but both places have sauce I don't like. Ketchup won, and I didn't even have to vote, so that number should be higher. As he says, I don't really like normal mustard. BAP, I'm excited for it. Thank you, Connie. I think we're all pumped for them. Chick-fil-A sauce. Okay, I'm gonna come out the gate swinging. I don't think Chick-fil-A sauce is that good. Their buffalo sauce though, oof, that's fire. I would agree. Let's see. Sarah says, I just eat everything with hot sauce. I'll fight everyone. That is a move. I like that. I could agree it's Sarah's choice here. Jazz says, I'm both a mustard and mustard hater, but if I had to choose, then ketchup, I guess. Very interesting. Okay, these are mustard and ketchup. Okay, fair enough. Can't wait to do push-ups in front of a day. Oh god. Anyway, all right. Well, we're doing some catch-up stuff. As mentioned previously, there's some that I don't think I deleted from the last time. So, but I will say the only order of business that I have to do, and my girlfriend said I must do this, is we have to check out the new Momoland song because she wanted me to check it out. She's listened to it already, and she said that if I don't listen to it, then I'm gonna be banished from her car. So there is a new Momo's Land. Yeah, it is Rodeo. That's already out. Yes. So I feel like we got to do it. That was the only request. And the new aespa song, I think those were the two that my girlfriend said you have to do for stream. So we'll do the Momoland, the aespa, and if there's other stuff that you feel like I should check out, then obviously let me know as per usual, or I will randomly scroll through and pick the next person I see on here. So very nice. We'll check out the Momoland song first. This is Rodeo. We will be doing a Momoland deep dive in the foreseeable future, so I feel like I gotta rock with those. But let's check out Momoland first. I'll get it set up. Hopefully the audio's good. Okay.
Giddy up, giddy up. Right to the end, I'm not giving up. Giddy up, giddy up. Roll down. Gracias. Roll down. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's spin right, let's go. Get loud, 정신없이 어지럽게. Oh God. By the time, 휘슬리들이 끌려가. 자꾸 또 덤비다 이리저리 멈출 수가 없게. 빙빙 run around, 흔들리게 또 돌고 돌아. 헷갈리게 자꾸 left or right, 날 미치게 한 가식거리만 raising my hips. 이제부터 move just like a earthquake. Ooh, so drive me crazy. 꽉 붙잡아 시작된 road down. Gracias.
All right.
Roll down. 점점 빨라져 빙글빙글 하루 종일 break it down. Roll down. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Let's spin like let's go. 멈추지 않아요. Just keep it rolling. Giddy up, giddy up. 깊이 빠져서 faster. 날 보면 자꾸만 지릿지릿야. 나나나나 콧노래를 릴릴랄랄라. 발바닥에 불이 나게 burn. 잠시도 쉴 틈이 없게 달려갔다 run run run. I'm rising with the tide. 점점 높이 올라가 난. 헷갈리게 자꾸 left and right. 날 미치게 한 가십거리만.
Like the second verse. That was good.
It's like a earthquake. Ooh, so drive me crazy. 꽉 붙잡아 시작된 road 네 방심은 금물 One step, two step, countdown 난 더 세게 pull the trigger Roll down Crash out Roll down 점점 빨라져 빙글빙글 하루 종일 break it down Roll down Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up Let's go 맞추지 않고 달려 Just keep it loaded Giddy up, giddy up
Interesting. Okay. All right. This was Momoland Rodeo or Rodeo. I feel like either one it could be interchangeable for this, but okay. Very cool. I have not checked out Momoland before, so this was a introduction to Momoland certainly. I enjoyed this. I like this. My girlfriend's bias is Nancy. I want to see if I could at least. I don't know if I could point her out. I would have to really probably guess. I don't know if I got all the members here. Let me see. Okay, Nancy's my girl. There you go, Connie. All right, we love to see it. I don't know if I could guess who Nancy is honestly, off the just with not even knowing the members inherently. Um, yeah, I don't know. I'd have to double check. I feel like Nancy might. I feel like this might be Nancy, but that's a guess. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Momoland, so it's not okay. She was the first one to show up. Okay, very nice. Gungi says I don't know any of the members, so I could never guess. That's true. All right, cool. All right, I'll just leave it on this frame here. But very good. I definitely feel like we will most definitely be covering their music at some point, so I can listen to Momoland stuff, especially if they announce some sort of tour, or I'm sure they're obviously getting the preparation for an album. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I thought this is a good introduction. I think their voices are really good. I love that pre-chorus build in the song. I thought that was really good. Like each member got to kind of highlight their vocal skills, both in the first pre-chorus and the second one. I think they kind of swapped members for each pre-chorus, which was nice. I appreciate that a ton. The chorus is really fun, catchy. I like the kind of like whistly, like very like old Western type music, obviously maybe playing off of rodeo and stuff. So I appreciate that. I thought that was really cool. And like some of the ways that they kind of like encapsulated like maybe cowboy-esque things, like again like the horse, like doing like more of like a horse riding like dance routine. I thought that was it. I thought that was a cool, like very niche way to kind of include like that sort of stylization into their music, so I appreciate that. I did not think that rodeo would be as catchy as it was, and I felt like that I really appreciated whoever was kind of doing the vocal nuances of that. I thought that was really nice. My favorite part was definitely the second verse. I felt like the second verse seemed a little bit more standout to me. They had like a little bit of rapping, but I thought this was pretty solid. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I feel like maybe there are some other songs from Momoland that I'm excited to get into. But definitely enjoyed this a bunch. This was a very fun track. Nonetheless, and obviously they seem like a group that has come out of come back from the dead. So I feel like that's important. So let's see what we got. Everyone's saying that they didn't get a notification for the song. Gungi said it came out the other day. No Santa says this is very them. Okay, fair enough. Sarah says Momoland got the reverse Queendom curse. Queendom puzzle harvested the misery of every other group to bring them back. Yeah, they performed a spell, I think. Connie says can't believe they're back. Sarah also said I have a question. I literally can't ask it effectively. Is the song rodeo or rodeo like the horse or Hollywood? Yeah, I think it's both. I think I would agree with Gunky. I feel like there is definitely some bits of like Western things, but maybe it might also be in conjunction with like rodeo as well. So I'm not surprised. Um, let's see. Gunky says if you fool would show up ever again, we would probably do the Momoland deep dive right away. I would agree. I know that that's what they were saying. So very interesting. Jazz says the song was was pretty fun, not playlist worthy. I felt like it was missing something, to be honest. Ooh, okay, fair enough. No Santa says Momoland has a way with catchy, boring, if that makes sense. Okay, I can envision that. I can envision that, like just stuff that like has like an ear candiness to it. Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, cool. Well, if you want to see Momoland covered, let me know in the comments. I know we've gotten some comments about covering Momoland, so we'll have to do it in the future. So, all right. And the other one that my girlfriend petitioned was the aespa song. So I feel like we have to do it. That's the only other one. I'm curious what it. I heard maybe like a smidge of a clip. I feel like it's probably gonna beat out Dirty Work, but we're gonna find out. Uni says that's a perfect way to describe it. Fair enough. Uni says it felt very repetitive, but was fun. Connie says, I was just saying, that's true. Biscuit says, I haven't heard this yet either. Ooh, okay. All right. Well, let's check out aespa then. Excited.
My mom said to me, find someone who can give you everything. And I said, Mom, I already have everything. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'ma care myself. I am a rich man. I'ma care myself. I am a rich man. I'm my own legal spend and a high on demand. I am a rich man. Don't care about what they say. 날 밀어놓고 멋대로 굴 때. 내 것을 다 missing my name is. Where my name is. I am a rich man. That's me, 나는 reckless. 구두 멘탈 그거 좀 웃네. 내가 날 이끌어가. 보여 다음 sign 별거 아니야. Exit is my next step. 난 생각 말고 섣불리 cause 그게 훨씬 재미있지. I am a rich man. So I am standing where you looking 맞춘 듯한 my perfect fit. Baby, I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man.
The panning is
I'm the one 난 나로 가득해 by myself. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm my own biggest fan and I'm high in the man. I am a rich man. Rich man. I am what I am. I am a rich man. I am what I am. I am a rich man. Don't care about what they say. 날 밀어내고 함부로 굴 때. Oh, hit it, okay, see my name is. Where my name is. I am a rich man. Don't need the money. Yeah, I see it. In my closet, my ideas. 내말 바른 나 걸은 내 이름. You know what I'm serving that lick, so I'm feeling it. 생각 말고 self-belief, cause 그게 좀 더 재밌잖아. Ooh, I am a rich man. So I am standing where you're looking, 맞춘 듯한 my perfect fit. Baby, I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm the one 난 나로 가득해 by myself. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm my own biggest fan and a high on demand. I am a rich man. 24 모두가 same shade. You already know what the text say. Make it better on my take.
I like his brains.
If you blame me cameo, I carry the love on the show. I'm like a diamond ring, already got my thing, can I put the price on it? This is the real deal, yeah. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm the one I'm not gonna care for myself. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I am a rich man. I'm my own biggest fan and I'm high in the man. I am a rich man. I am what I am. So good, so good, so good. I am a rich man.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'm okay. This was very interesting. I appreciate this one. All right, this was Asba's Rich Man. If you're hanging out, we're doing some catch up with some K-pop stuff, but very interesting. Calla says this is. Oh wait, I got a couple of comments here. Gungi says, "Yeah, I'm already tuned this one out of my head. I keep hearing I'm tiramisu, even though I know they're not saying that." I don't know if I could have wordsmithed that one, but that's hey, listen, all the power to you. Calla says so much better than Dirty Work. Jazz also agreed. So just says, why Rich Man? Am I missing something? It's a flex. How wealthy I am. Why not rich woman? I don't. Yeah, that is interesting. No Santa says that's not saying much, and Calla says I liked it, catchy. Um, I thought this one was definitely better. I I'm very I feel like I'm very kind of mixed opinions on a lot of aespa stuff as of recently. I feel like they're the one before Dirty Work. I really enjoyed that release. I've enjoyed actually a lot of the aespa releases. I'll probably give this one a listen again. Um but I feel like maybe they went with a different producer after like Armageddon. um just because I feel like maybe like the way that some of these songs have been stylized have felt so different from release to release, and I don't know if whether or not like they're either pulling from a different direction, if SM has new people they're working with. um but I do feel like this one, uh, I felt like this one was very interesting. I kind of like the more rock tonality of this. But I feel like aespa has a specific sound, and I do think that some of those interesting sounds that I feel like only aespa does in that spotlight, I feel like still show up in this type of song. I think it has a lot to do more so with like kind of maybe the distorted guitar work, where I would maybe attribute that sound to maybe like a really like crunchy or distorted like synth tone. So I feel like they may have swapped the synth work out with guitar work instead, um, which is not bad. Um, I will say, at least for Dirty Work, I wasn't like the biggest fan of it. Um, Not to say that like I gave it another listen afterwards. I just feel like that's maybe just not a song for me, and that's if you love Dirty Work and that's someone some song that you really enjoyed from their catalog, absolutely enjoy it. That I hope that doesn't stop you from enjoying it. But I think for me, this one's definitely a step in a better direction. I think the vocals were very cool. I would still think the bridge was probably my favorite part of the song, and that one seemed out there a little bit more from what I feel like what aespa typically does. So I definitely appreciate that a lot more. I felt it gave like maybe a freshness to the song a little bit, so I like that. um I do feel like that Rich Man like tonality, I didn't think it was gonna be catchy, but by the end of it, I was like, I was starting to get like the catchy aspect of it. So I feel like it did turn around for me a little bit more. But I'll give this album a listen. I feel like the last one I wasn't as stoked on, and I feel like this one I'm a little bit more leaning more towards. So I feel like that does definitely help. But yeah, I didn't think it was bad overall. I definitely, like I said, more along the lines of what I typically enjoy from aespa. So I definitely appreciate it. I love a lot of their older catalog, and like some of the more, as I mentioned, Armageddon before. I really love that song. So I've gone back and listened to that. Whiplash, being another current one that I've liked as well. I feel like they've kind of transitioned out of like maybe the really aggressive uh like synth work. So I'm curious. But yeah, I enjoyed this one. This one was a vibe. I dug it. So um let's see. Uni says Ning Ning needs to work on her planning technique. That's true. And Sarah says it's a reference to Cher's quote. Her mom told her to marry a rich man, and she said, "Mom, am a rich man." Okay, fair enough. That was a good reference. I like that. And let's see. Uni says, this was the first miss for aespa in a long time for me. I really like Dirty Work. Ooh, very interesting. Okay. Andy, hello. Thank you for hanging. We're doing some catch up tonight. So, and then the source was link that No Santa said. Thank you, No Santa. All right. Well, if no one else has some new stuff that they feel collectively that y'all think that I should check out, let me know. Or speak now, forever hold your peace. I know there's a lot of new stuff that came out recently. So if you feel there is one that we should watch, then let me know. But I'm gonna close my eyes and pick someone on this screen here on my who is in chat now. All right. My finger landed on Unhi. Unhi, do you have one that you would like me to check out tonight? And then I'll keep going through and seeing who else I've got. We did a lot of these though. I know we did the Somi track last time. I'm just trying to go through and delete the ones that I know we did. Wendy's Belief. Okay. Day6, Inside Out. I did see the Day6 one, so we will have to do the Day6. All right, Wendy in Belief. I don't know why I was going to type it Inside Out because I saw Gunky's thing. Okay, cool. All right, let's check it out. I'm excited. I love Red Velvet, so I feel like we got to do that. So, we got 2 for CORTIS. All right, so we'll have to do CORTIS too. All right, cool. I've got 3 already. Let's do Wendy's.
소란스런 밤 아스라이 멀어져가 다시 햇살이 비춰와 두려움의 파편들은 고요하게 서지고 나아간 난 비바람일과 하늘의 결을 가르는 힘이 나를 왔사고 때 피어난 season I believe in love I believe in hope I believe in light I believe in sorrow 어둠을 밀어
that descending run.
하늘을 뒤다 I believe in us I believe in 뒤덮을듯이 흩어졌던 조각들을 다시 모아 선명해지고 커져가는 꿈 색을 따라 망설임 없이 뒤던 난 두 눈을 감고 내 안에 떨림에 귀 기울여 가장 깊은 곳 날아오를 듯한 벅찬 feeling I believe in love I believe in hope I believe in light I believe in sorrow 어둠을 밀어 눈이 부신 heart 하늘을 뒤다 I believe in us I believe in
Incredible.
I believe in love 계절이 머문 곳에 우릴 새겨볼래 내 숨이 멀리 닿게
Wow. Wow, incredible. All right, this was Wendy's Believe. Thank you, Unhi, for the gorgeous pick. Wow. Oh man, I'm gonna have to I'm definitely gonna have to check this release out when it comes out. Oh my god, I I feel like I've said it before about Wendy's voice. I really just, man, she's such an incredible like vocal talent. Dear Jesus, she's incredible. Um, wow, there was just something. I feel like the only I feel like the only word I could really describe it adjective wise was it just felt magical. You know what I mean? It was just there was like something very there was something about her aura that is just so encapsulating about her. Like her performance is so good. I think like from like the way the MV was shot, which was shot beautifully. I think that also encapsulated her voice really well. And I love the fact that, and I've said this a lot about ballady sort of songs, but I think there is a like tenderness, serenity about songs that are like this because especially when you have a vocal talent like Wendy, I feel like you really get to appreciate the tones of her voice. And I felt like this song she's really able to express kind of like that beautiful like soft ethereal kind of low end of her voice. Like there was just something very um like heartwarming about kind of the way that she brought you in the verses and then the pre-chorus, like she kind of tugs at you a little bit more, and then I feel like by the chorus she's like taking you up into the sky and you're flying away with her, you know. And I think that there's something really special about her voice, and I literally just had goosebumps like listening throughout the entirety of the song. So I think if that means anything to anybody, I feel like that's just such an important aspect to music is like the way that you kind of, at least for me, how I like kind of process music is just like, does it make me really feel the way that I should, feel about these types of songs? And I think she just has a really beautiful way of conveying that type of emotion. And I like just the unadulterated nature of just piano and vocals. I think a lot of the times, we talk about how insane the production is and how incredible like the music is, and that's not to obviously discount this song specifically, or any sort of ballad whatsoever, but I think we often talk about how like insane the production is, and I felt like this one, like there's just such a cleanliness to it, but I think like is more of an emotional hit than like a production hit, and I love that equally as much. So incredible song. Shout outs to Wendy. I don't know. I thought for sure I saw that she was touring in the States, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I feel like I would love, listen, I'll put my petition out there. I would love to see fucking Red Velvet at some point, but I don't know if the likelihood of it, but we will see. So hopefully someday. But um let's see. Connie says Wendy. I love that. Connie says everyone probably knows why I like this one. Uh, Yet to be known. Yet to be known. Connie says I love her voice so much. She is like a Disney princess. I agree. I agree. Sandra says her voice is amazing. I also agree with that. I loved her like like her chest voice. She's got a beautiful chest voice. And then like the way that she does like the falsetto tones are also gorgeous as well. So big salutes to her. Gunky says I just love how she has a song that is all about blessing her with her voice, blessing us with her voice. That's true. Jazz says beautiful. Andy says this one's going on my playlist. Her voice is beautiful. Agreed. Agreed. And Uni says just a reminder, she left SM and is now with ASND, the same label from S9 is with. Very nice. The highlight melody for the EP is out and sounds great all the way through. I'm excited for her future. I agree. And Sarah says, yeah, Wendy is going on tour. I did see that. I did see that. Uni says, well, left for solo stuff, still part of RV. Okay. It's good to know. It's good to know. Good knowledge. I love to see it. So, best of luck to Wendy, obviously. Hopefully, ASND does a great job with both Promise and Wendy. Hopefully it'll be a good force in the biz here now. So, very nice. All right, I've been waiting for this one. I saw a clip We are gonna do Gunkies next, and then we'll do Cordis, and then Sarah, you're gonna have to pick between one of those two. Be down to check them both out at some point, but if you got one loaded in the chamber, let me know. But yeah, I've been excited. I saw a clip of this. I didn't listen to it, but I'm excited to check it out because obviously Day6 is rad. So very excited to do that. And then we will do Cordis after this. So very cool. Gunky says this is the 10th year of Day6 and they renewed their contract a second time. Wow. Okay. That's big. That's big. I wonder if that's like, I wonder for how long. That's very interesting. All right. Let's get into Day6 Inside Out. Let's check it out.
네 앞에 나를 볼 때 Who's that 굴하지 못해 구차해 매번 굳어버린 채 Mayday 속은 비상을 외쳐대 나서 빠진 듯한 말이 안 되는 날 내뱉고 있는 나 한심한 걸 알지만 No can't stop it inside out 도전 하나 숨기지 못해 upside down 너는 내가 아닌 듯해 Get it out 속에 막혀든 말을 꺼내 time is now 가보자고 okay It's love me 날 네 안에 가둬줘 Please tell me you love me 평생 날 가져줘 애쓰는 아이같이
That was a good chorus.
걱정만 한 바가지 다 알지 않을까 말이 필요할까 막상 하려면 딱 목에 걸려버리지만 Just say it inside out 도전 하나 숨기지 못해 upside down 너는 내가 아닌 듯해 Get it out 속에 막혀든 말을 꺼내 time is now 가보자고 okay It's love me 날 네 안에 가둬줘 Please tell me you love me 평생 날 가져줘 I wanna say what I gotta say 떨림을 이겨내 Do what I wanna do what I gotta do 전에 너를 원한다고 Inside out 도전 하나 숨기지 못해 upside down 너는 내가 아닌 듯해 Get it out 속에 막혀든 말을 꺼내 time is now 가보자고 okay It's love me 날 네 안에 가둬줘 Please tell me you love me 평생 날 가져줘 Please hurry baby 갈수록 미치겠어 darling 빨리 날 살려줘
Nice. All right. Very cool. The Decade. All right. Nice. I love that. I assume that's the album title name. Very nice. All right. I think we are good. All right. This was Day6 Inside Out. We're doing some catch up stuff. So thanks for coming through if you're here. Gunky says, I'm guessing 3 years for the contract. That makes sense. I feel like that's pretty standard. Biscuit says, I always think that Day6 is a year or two older. No, Santa said the same. Okay, fair enough. I could see that. This was fun. I definitely like this one a lot. I will definitely be giving this one a thorough listen through. It feels like I feel like it's been a bit since we covered Day6, like the last comeback. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I enjoyed this one a lot. I think the beginning part of the song, I was definitely like trying to picture it all together. Like, definitely was doing a little bit of calculations in my head at the beginning, which isn't a bad thing. I do like a song that makes you think a little. Definitely enjoyed it. But I will say, like, the song really shines in this chorus. I love that really kind of almost like staccato-esque like guitar riff with like the bass matching and the piano work, like kind of all doing that more like rhythm centric sort of riff. I thought that was really cool. And then I also love how they kind of open it up on the second half of the chorus. I think that's such a smart move. I also appreciate how staccato actually some of the lyricism is too. So I think that kind of combination of like the instrumentation mixing with the vocals and vice versa, I think is such a good combination. And when they were able to kind of pull it all together in the bar, I thought that was really good. I think the vocals are incredible. I feel like that goes without saying with a lot of Day6 material, but this one was so good, and I think they did a great job of kind of giving a rotated cast of the different members that sing in Day6. So I definitely appreciate that a ton. It felt very cohesive, and I genuinely can't remember the last Day6 song that I listened to because it's been a little bit, but I'll probably be back on the Day6 kick after this song. But I really enjoyed kind of the rotation of their vocals. I think this one felt the most cohesive in terms of the members. And I've loved a lot of their past material, so I feel like this one just fits so well into their discography. I think the melody, I will say, I don't know if it's supposed to be a play off something, but the melody seemed very like familiar, potentially a little nostalgic, I guess, in some ways. But it kind of gave like more of a, and again, I know that they were referencing some like wedding stuff, so I'm wondering if it's kind of like a song that you would not exactly to a T, but I'm curious if they use some sort of like musical symmetry to that of like a wedding song or like something like that, but used it maybe more so of a minor key. There was a lot more minor chords in the song. So I'm curious if they kind of mocked it off of like a common song you would hear at weddings or something. So for whatever reason, it just sounded familiar. I don't know if anyone in chat or in comments could let me know if it is based off of another song or not. I would be curious, but overall, I liked it a lot. I feel like Day6 has been killer. I feel like I always like, I don't want to sound mean, but like sometimes I always think like, man, there's so many bands out there, so many K bands, there's so many artists out there. And sometimes I'm just like, damn, I'm on to the next thing. And sometimes I forget like there's a lot of great artists out there. So I feel like every once in a while I need kind of a knock on the head to give a listen to the artists that I like. So I'm definitely going to have to give this one some love again. So very nice. Thank you, Gunky, for the pick. I'm stoked to get back into some Day6 stuff. So, all right. We're going to keep it moving. We're doing CORTIS. I know nothing of CORTIS, so I'm excited to check this out. It seemed like people were excited about the CORTIS song, so I feel like we got to do it, Kala says they are new. Oh, okay, so they're new. All right, let's go. All right, well, let's check out CORTIS Fashion. I'm excited. I don't know if any of y'all have listened to it yet, but it looks like Connie and Sandra have, I think.
Oh, 欢愉all I made 전화도 방향에까지 spread it out. Squad is on the way, but we can wrap it up. 내 tea, my books, my tea, my nut, my piece, my guts, my toast, they toast. Don't know what's up all day. What's up? I make famous. I call it shout, 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 shout. Let's go, shout, 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 shout. 내 tea, my books, my tea, my nut. Let's get it, let's go. Shout, shout. Yeah, 심장이 팍팍 첫눈에 바로 카카. Okay, 구조 잡아 3만원짜리 잡아. Yeah, yeah, feel like Russell. 화면 깔라로 깔라. Let's go. Top designers, 홍대만 보고 환자. Come and try. 동면 생활 애쓰나. 체리를 많이 닦으나. 멋있게 한번 배우나. 펴봐, 펴봐. 너도 빨리 펴봐. 어머나 속 다시 태어나. Vintage Jesus, get my life. 동면에서 모여 마치 셀리나. 홍대에서 모여 우리 셀리나. 전화도 방향에까지 spread it out. Squad is on the way, but we can wrap it up. 내 tea, for bucks, my tea, my nut, my fish, 내 ducks, 내 jaws, 내 toes. Don't know what's up, Honda, what's up? I make famous, I call it shout, 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 shout. Let's go, shout, 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 shout. Let's go, shout, 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 shout. Let's go, shout, 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 shout. Let's go, shout, 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 shout.
Okay. Oh, cool. I have to pause on this. Very nice. This is CORTIS and their song Fashion. It looks like CORTIS stands for Color Outside the Lines. That's cool. I like that. I was wondering if it was short for something, but Connie says they have a documentary. It's really fun to watch their process and how they make their music and also music choreos for other artists. Ooh, very interesting. Harmony, thank you for coming through. Appreciate you. We just finished with CORTIS just now. And Sonja says they're on Big Hit. They're young, but composed and produced their own stuff. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Very, 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 very interesting. Sarah says the pre-chorus chorus has the same cadence as Seven Rings or whatever the Ariana Grande song is. I did, you know what? Like the first, okay. I'll get my thoughts out of the way first. I thought this is very interesting. It doesn't feel like something that I would. It doesn't feel like something I would associate with K-pop, which is good. I think it does have kind of a fresh sound to it, certainly. I think the first initial thought that I had about this song was just the fact that like this one seems like I would imagine they are going to start performing. This one just seems like one of those live songs, right? Like that immediate first thought was like, man, this one would just pop live. Like it's got live crowd energy. Like the way that they are performing too feels very like, oh, we're going to get people engaged with this at shows. So I definitely feel like that was like the first immediate thought that came through my head was like that this feels like a live song. I think for me, this definitely gives me like, and I'm not really huge into the rap space, but kind of gives me a little bit of like Travis Scott, like some of like the big like trap hip hop like artists right now. I think they also incorporate a lot of like metal or like rock style guitars, and I felt like they utilize them well in this type of song. Certainly, I think again to kind of give that sort of like angsty, aggressive, like kind of punch their music, a lot of like auto tune as well. I feel like they derived a lot of like influence from like a Travis Scott, which is not a bad thing. I don't, like I said, I think I think that it's good. You gotta infuse different artistry out there, certainly, and I think they did a good job of it, certainly. I do feel like sometimes, especially with the song, it does kind of feel a little bit of like a little repetitive. I think that's maybe potentially the point of the song to some degree, is just like, especially like when they're saying like fashion, I feel like that feels very like repetitive, but like at some point, like I feel like it crosses that line between like repetitive to being like really catchy. And again, I think it has a lot to do with maybe like the way that they stylize the vocals and stuff. It doesn't feel like as like, oh, okay, like this is what it is. But I thought this was very interesting. Like I said, this I would say this is kind of maybe a little bit out of the realm of the expertise for me. Uh, I did think it was very interesting nonetheless. I think they're a very interesting group. I love the fact that they're producing their own music. I think that's incredible. And I think that would open up a lot of doors, certainly, to be a little bit more experimental and kind of not be the like the atypical boys group, which is good. I think that really is what I would hope is going to separate them, and I hope that they're still able and still being allowed to make and produce their own music. I think that's really going to be able to differentiate them, I would argue, um from other groups. And that's, again, not no disrespect to groups that don't write their own music or produce their own music. That's also fine too. But I feel like to do it all in house is a feat to certainly mention. But yeah, I thought this was very interesting. I liked it. I would probably be curious to check out another song from CORTIS. So I feel like I'll have to give another song of theirs a listen at some point. So very interesting. Let's see. Connie says the oldest is from 2005, the youngest is from 2009. They are so young but very talented. Very interesting. Let's see. Connie says they are amazing live. They have already some live performances. Okay, we'll have to check them out in the foreseeable future. Uni says, I prefer Go, but this was a solid track too. I'll be keeping an eye out for them. Okay, very nice, very nice. Gungi says it actually got to the point for me where I couldn't stand hearing fashion. I have no other complaints about the song. Very, very interesting. I can get behind that. Connie says Martin, the leader, made lyrics for TXT, La Seraphim, and Illit. Very nice. And also in Hypen. Very nice. And James did choreo for Eilish Cherish My Love. Ooh, wow. Okay, so they're multi-talented. We love to see it. So, yeah, I think I'll keep an eye out for CORTIS. Like I said, I'll have to definitely give another song of theirs a listen at some point. So if they've got new drops, then we'll have to check them out, certainly. So, very nice, very nice. All right, we're going to move on to the next one, which I believe it was Sarah's, and they chose... If I can scroll all the way back. Lovesick Game. Okay. Very nice. We're doing it. ZB. If you missed, we did do ZB1 at the end of Boys Planet, the last Boys Planet episode, because Sarah wanted me to check it out. So we're going to have to. So if you missed that, apologies. But very nice. I guess we'll watch. I don't think it's going to really matter because the KBS is going to get crushed anyway in the algorithm. So let's do the first one. It's fine. Well, let's do the music bank one. Very nice. All right. This was Zero Base 1, Lovesick Game. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. I enjoyed this. We did check out Iconic the last stream, as I mentioned before. So if you missed out, you can go check it out at the end of the last Boys Planet stream. But I enjoyed this. This was good. I did like Iconic. I'm obviously now, I feel like I've unlocked their album now for me to listen to. So I'll go check out more of the songs off the album. But I felt like this was very good. Definitely different than Iconic. And I feel like that kind of goes truly with like a lot of my commentary about like B-sides off albums versus like the title tracks. And, obviously I don't expect them to sound, in a similar wheelhouse. I love that they get to go out and do different things. And I felt like this one was very different as well. But I liked it. There was like a little bit of I'm trying to think of a good word to describe it. I feel like there is like a little bit of like sultriness about the song, or maybe like a little bit of a seductiveness about the song that I like. Is very interesting from my perspective, certainly, but I enjoyed it. I think they definitely sold it for sure. I think the song itself like lies in kind of the more subtle natures vocally, which is very cool. I like that. I think it's a different side of ZB1 that I don't think that I've heard. And I feel like even with a lot of their B sides that I've heard from this point on, like it feels very different from their atypical sound, which is good. I loved a lot of like kind of the more breathiness of their vocals, and like not in a bad way. I feel like breathiness sometimes can be used in a very like in a negative connotality, but I felt like this one was very cool. I like kind of like the I felt like this was very interesting in that aspect. I also liked the bridge of this song. I think the bridge was great. Definitely again playing into sort of the more like accentuated nature of the song, and then the final chorus was incredible. I think there was a lot of great like vocal layering going on in the song that is incredible. There's like some like really beautiful kind of like low mid-range tone. There's a great kind of midsection, and there's whoever is doing the pop-off vocals at the end of the song, they deserve an award because there is some like really insanely good like high notes and like some really fun belting going on in the back that was awesome. So I definitely enjoyed this much more than I thought. I did get a little bit of commentary from Sarah in the last stream about this, some songs on the release. So I was very curious, and I almost had a feeling that I was going to be recommended at least one of them. But I thought this was interesting. I liked it. I enjoyed it. Definitely strayed from what I would expect him to do, but I feel like it was good in a good way. So Kala says there's a section of this song that reminds me so strongly of another, but I can't place which song. Oh, interesting. Okay, fair enough. Connie says whoa. Hari says yeah, it's a very sensual sound. I agree. Noah Santa says Brandon feeling seduced. Interested. Seduced even, because that's not very nice. It's all right. It's all right. I knew what you meant, No Santa. Yeah, I feel like I'm the wrong target audience for that, but you know, hey, you know, game respects game. That's all I gotta say, you know. So, um, very interesting. Everyone was saying they also. Connie says, "Oh my god, this performance, very nice." Okay, cool. All right. Let's do. Who else we got in chat that I can call out here? Um, I know Sonja hasn't been here for a while. Sonja, if you have one, if you're still here, let me know. I know Sonja's been MIA for a little bit, but um, let me know if you got one. If not, anybody else in chat, let me know what you want to hear that I haven't heard yet, and I will check it out. So I know we've got quite the laundry list of artists that came out with new stuff. So we did do. I'm going through and deleting some of the ones that we did last stream too. So did you see Monsta X new song? I did not. We did not do the Purple Kiss song. We've got 2 for MX. We could do Monsta X. And then we'll do Harmony. We'll do Rewind, and Unhi will do Purple Kiss. I feel like these are good. We're keeping it moving. I'm keeping it light and breezy tonight. So, we're keeping it chill. Okay. Very interesting. All right. I think it's probably in the front, right? That's got to be the newest one because that came out a week ago. Okay, perfect. All right, let's do it. Let's check out the new Monsta X song. I'm curious what this is gonna sound like. Ooh. Interesting. All right, this was Monsta X in the front. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. I agree, Jazz. So glad they're back. I do. I thought this was very good. Um, I think the one thing I noticed about the song, and I think maybe I don't know if I'm maybe on the same wavelength as Biscuit, but there's definitely something about this song that feels familiar. The first thought that came into my head was it kind of gives me a little bit like of a light like gorilla sound. I don't know. Maybe I think it's maybe because of like that hi hat snare combination and like that like interesting like synth sound. But for whatever reason, I was like, man, this kind of feels a little like Gorillaz esque, and I was like, I like that. I'm big fan of Gorillaz. I enjoy their music. So, but for whatever reason, I was like, damn, this kind of seems a little familiar. But I enjoyed it. I think the chorus is so damn catchy. I did not think it was gonna be as catchy just based off of that. Um, but man, I thought that was very very cool. Um, I love the kind of like ensemble vocals, I guess, or maybe they kind of put like maybe a little bit of like um like a little bit of a reverb effect on it, but it has like this sort of amplification that I really appreciate. Um as well as that, I like that Jahani started off the song. Again, I said it right for those that have been commenting about me saying it poorly. I feel like I've said it right. If I've said it wrong that time, then no holes bar. I've done it, um, but I thought it was good. I think it was a good starting point to the song. I think the energy was definitely there to start the track off with, and it continued on. I think the only thing that I was kind of surprised about was I thought that the final chorus was gonna have a bigger pop off moment. Like I feel like, especially in that bridge section, I thought they were building towards something like really big in the final chorus, and I I thought it was very interesting. I don't know. Like I was expecting more of the final chorus, and I felt like maybe a little misguided from that. I loved that like build up group vocal section in the bridge. I felt like so immersed in that, and I was like, damn, this is so cool. I appreciate it. It's got like this like really big energy to it, and I was like, I hope that they calculate this energy and they move it towards that chorus. And I still feel like the chorus is good. I love the chorus, don't get me wrong, but I thought for sure they were gonna just like send it. I thought they were gonna hit full send and like just blow it out of the park with the final chorus. And I feel like they half did it. You know what I mean? Like I was expecting more. So that would probably be my only I don't want to say gripe because it definitely isn't a gripe, but I feel like it was a missed opportunity for them to kind of really pop off vocally at the end. And I know they've got some really fucking powerhouse vocals, so I mean that with all respect, certainly. So I'll give this album a listen. Certainly, I still think the song is a banger song. Certainly enjoyed the vibes, but I genuinely thought, damn, I thought it was gonna rocket launch at the end. So very interesting, very interesting. Uni says I can hear it in the Gorillas comment. Biscuit says yes. Thought Feel Good Inc., but it's a different song. Okay, very interesting. If you figure it out, Biscuit, let us know. Juhani. Again, I'm probably gonna butcher it again, so it's okay. It's all right. I've really tried. That's all I'm gonna. I put my college effort towards it. So, cool. All right. Harmony, we are doing yours next. Rewind. Let's do that. I'm curious. I don't believe that I've done Rewind yet. So I'm curious what it's gonna be. We'll give it a listen. Harmony says Rewind is a global K-pop boy group under Ali Entertainment based in the United States. Oh, very interesting. Three members, Alaya, Lay, and Eddie. Hopefully I pronounced their names correctly. The group was first announced in December of 2023. They released their first pre-release song, Reset, on February 23rd of 2025, and made their official debut with Forever on March 28th of 2025. Very interesting. Harmony says, I'm still learning about them, but I really enjoyed the song. Jazz says, I think we did one of their songs before. It looks familiar. I feel like we did. Yes, we did do Forever. It looks like we watched Forever. So that is good. I don't think we did. Little Too Late is, I would imagine, is a song maybe you would want us to check out, Harmony. And because that's what matters into my word commentary. Okay. Very nice. All right. Let's get into A Little Too Late. We have checked out Rewind, so let's give him another listen.
Tell me again, baby, think twice. Don't think I held living in time zone. Tell me like, 'cause I like that denial. 온제 밤에 누울 때 눈을 감아도 너만 보여. 이게 말이 안 돼. I can't deny love. No, I don't wanna fight, yeah. No, I ain't gonna fight though. It's too late, it's too late. You got me stalling like it's slow mo falling, no control. It's a little too late to say goodbye. 외로운 밤에 난 널 원해. I can't deny it. It's a little too late. I can't let go. 내가 널 어깨도 널 잊을 수 없어. 너는 그림자의 같아. I'll wait all night. 기다려줄래. 다시 사랑할 수 있게. I'll stay, I'll try.
Ooh.
Tonight, yeah. Baby, don't make no mistake. It's just a little too late. 내게 어쩌라고. But tell you all I know. 아직 안 끝났어. I just can't let you go. Yeah, can't forget that. I can't go back. 얼굴 되게 말해줘, no chit chat. 오늘 맞춰. 너는 어디 가라고. 또 나를 진짜 발발 놓고. You say there's no desire. Forget it, satisfied. It's too late, it's too late. You got me stalling like it's slow mo falling, no control. It's a little too late to say goodbye. 외로운 밤에 난 널 원해. I can't deny. It's a little too late. I can't let go. 내가 널 어깨도 널 잊을 수 없어. 너는 그림자의 같아. Oh, I've been thinking. You got me bleeding now. Oh, I've been thinking. Baby, don't make no mistake. It's just a little too late.
Ooh. That was a cool production section. Wow. All right.
Never wanna, never try, no, I never wanna tell you goodbye. Never wanna waste no more time. I want you by my side. I never wanna, never try, no, I never wanna tell you goodbye. But despite it can be revived, I can let you. Give it another moment. Don't leave it, door I know. Ben, we just overthink, you gotta simplify it. Baby, you and me, it's electrifying. You ain't gotta say, what can I do to make you stay? Say whatever, babe, 'cause I've been thinking it's too late. Been living the beginning, I still need you every day. It's a little too late to say goodbye. But I'm done and I'm I can't deny it. It's a little too late. I can't let go. 내가 노력해도 널 잊을 수 없어. 너는 그림자에 갇혀. I'll wait all night. 기다려줄래. 다시 사랑할 수 있게. I'll stay, I'll try. all the night, yeah. Baby, don't make no mistake. It's just a little too late. Oh, I've been thinking. You got me bleeding now. Oh, I've been thinking. Baby, don't make no mistake. It's just a little too late.
Ooh. The little stutter at the end. Very nice. All right, this was Rewind and their song Little Too Late. Very nice, very nice. This was great. I feel like jazz is stealing my thought processes. Um same with Gunky apparently. We're all sharing the same brain cell tonight. So and song length was incredible. Definitely very cool. Harmony says, and the song length, that was what I was gonna say. 4 minutes. That was great. We got it all. We got the kit and caboodle. We love to see it. Noah Sanders says, "What a lovely mix of sounds. I'm getting 2000s boy bands, Avicii EDM stuff, traditional pop stuff, and some other stuff I can't think of. Great song. I agree. I was also getting heavy early 2000s, maybe like mid 90s boy band type vocals. I I think like I'll go off my first intuitions. Like the vocals in some sections felt like, especially like vocally wise, and maybe like again structurally too, feels very asimilar to like a Backstreet Boys, because like I feel like the way they stack some of the vocals or like actually cadenced out some of the vocal lines felt very Backstreet Boys esque. So I'm curious if they were an influence. Certainly, whoever was doing the production work for them, they need to continue to do the production work for them, because the EDM like elements and kind of like the overall like synth choice in the song were incredible. I think they did a fantastic job. I also love that the vocals aren't squashed in the song, where I feel like overly especially these types of songs, I feel like sometimes that you have the tendency to just kind of slam everything at the production and make it sound big. But I felt like this song had good like expansiveness to the song, where you got to hear like the synths like kind of mixing throughout on the left and right ear of the song. But I also feel like their vocals kind of sit really well too, balance wise. So I definitely appreciate that. And I think again, like the way that it was mixed too, I think their vocals sit super well in the mix too. So I got to give them a lot of credit for that. Because again, that especially having three vocals that all sound really good together. I think their mixing choice was really good, and I think they really added an effectiveness to the song that I appreciate. I will say that chorus is super damn catchy. Love the chorus in the song as well. I think what I noticed about it is that like they do tend to lean more towards the like the early 2000, like late 90s early 2000s boy band type vocal setup. So I'm curious if the only thing I was a little bit curious about is if one of the members was kind of going to do like maybe more of a pop off moment, especially towards the end of the song. It seems like maybe that might not be the case, given that they have three members, but I'm curious. I feel like this was a good I wouldn't say introduction, because we've checked them out before, but I definitely feel like in terms of memorability, I'm gonna remember the song a lot more. And just like I said, an extremely well written song. For a group that like on YouTube right now, I'm seeing that they've only got 18 and a half subs. So I feel like, obviously that's no metric in terms of how many people have listened to them, but I feel like that's a relatively smallerish group. But I think this is definitely a song that I would hope that more people check out. It looks like almost a million people have listened to it now, and it's been out for 2 weeks. But this was good. This was a 2 thumbs up for me, Harmony. So I definitely appreciate that. So Harmony says, I've been seeing more and more groups go back to that kind of sound recently. It feels like, I was going to say, it definitely is. I feel like music is very cyclical, in the sense that there's definitely some artists that kind of, I feel like it's like a choice to go back and reference like some artists like that. So I'm not really surprised by that, um but I do feel like I have been seeing a lot more of a resurgence to like late 90s early 2000s boy groups sound for some reason, which is fine. Hey, listen, I think maybe I know Backstreet has a residency in Vegas now, so, and I know that's kind of, like I said, it's been a thing that's been coming back recently, so I'm not really surprised, but it's good to see. Harmony says one's from New York, one's from Massachusetts, and I'm not sure where the third member is from. Very interesting. Very cool. Very cool. Backstreet, I thought they did. I'm almost positive they just did like a Las Vegas. I think they do currently have a Las Vegas residency right now. I don't know if they're releasing any new music, but I know that they are performing in Vegas now. So, Backstreet, oh God, I missed the joke. Backstreet's back. All right. Oh God, we love to see it. Chat's going crazy tonight. Very nice, very nice. We're keeping it moving now. This was great. Go check out listen, if you have not subscribed to Rewind, please go show the boys some love. I'm sure they would appreciate it. So, all right, we are keeping this train schmoving tonight. We're doing the Purple Kiss song. I stupidly have not listened to this. I don't know why. I feel like I should have had it more of a priority to listen to, but here we are nonetheless. So, all right, well, let's give it a listen. I'm curious. I'm also really sad that they're disbanding, but that's neither here nor there. So let's give it a listen. Oh, it's Do Re Mi. I'm an idiot. All right. That was Purple Kiss Do Re Mi. Thank you, Uni, for the recommendation again. Um, this is great. I feel like this song. I feel like anything we've listened to from Purple Kiss now, and going further, obviously, I feel like it's gonna feel a little bittersweet to me. I'm sure a lot of people that love Purple Kiss, I feel like, will also feel bittersweet. Um, they were one of the first K groups that I listened. Well, not only listened to, but doing this series. But I feel like they're one of the first groups that I saw in K-pop. Like, got to see them perform, which I feel very fortunate to. May go see them in Philadelphia on their last tour here potentially, but I feel very grateful to see them perform. Right, like I think that I think that they're very talented group of girls. Um, and obviously, I'm sad to see them disband and stuff because I think they have a lot of talent. And I wish people knew more about them if they hadn't already. So I feel very very torn about this song. It's a fantastic song. I think the vocals are incredible, which should not understate their value of this song because I think they're all very good vocalists. Swan being one of my favorite vocalists. I think she's really incredible. I love her kind of warming tone. She was my bias. When we got into Purple Kiss, and still is very much my bias in this group. But I feel like all the ladies in this track just did a fantastic job. I loved a lot of like that melody choice in the chorus. I think that that's a really incredible. I love like the little bit of like minor chromatic descending runs. Like it's very subtle, but there's definitely some little like pockets of like nuance in the song that I thought was really really cool. And I think it's also got a fantastic hook to the chorus as well. I don't know if the melody that they like draw out on like on the board, like in the one section of the MV, is the actual melody line of like of what they're singing. Because I know there was like obviously that whole section with the like musical board and stuff. So I'm curious if that was intentional or not, but really enjoyed it. I think the bridge was very interesting. I like how they basically didn't even transition. They just kind of like shifted the energy from the second chorus over into the bridge. I thought that was very interesting. I would have thought that they would have maybe slowed the song down a little bit and given us maybe like more of an intimate sort of section of the song. So I was a little surprised that they continued up with that energy and then just kind of expanded more, in the final chorus of the song. But otherwise, I thought it was a really gorgeous track. I think their production on this song was also really flawless. I think it was, it worked really well for that, like, kind of, again, that, like, minor, major key kind of tonality of the song. But I enjoyed this a lot. I definitely will give the rest of, I think it looks like it's the second single album, so I'd imagine there is a B-side to this song release as well, so I'll have to check it out. But if they are coming to you, please go out and see them if you can. I know this may very well be the last time you will see them, so I'm sure it's going to be a great night, so please go and support the ladies. Kala says already in love. Very nice. Very, very cool. But yeah, shout outs to Purple Kiss for being the OGs in my head. So very nice. All right, we're keeping it moving tonight, chat. We're doing the new Treasure song, which people have been stoked about. I saw Sonja post about it. I also saw Gungi post about the Treasure song, so we're gonna have to check it out. Gungi says, "Are you ready for summer?" Summer is almost over, weirdly enough. So I feel like we gotta capitalize on the summer banger. So let's check it out. This is Paradise.
Let's go. 떠나보자 우리 어디든 어디론가. 설레임에 잠 못 이루는 긴긴 밤. 달빛 아래 내일을 그려본다.
We can do that next, Kala.
오늘은 오늘이고 내 걱정은 집어치워. 오늘 밤 다른 하늘 아래
horns?
Let's
All
rock
right.
this party. Over and over again. Over and over again. 하늘 가득한 별들도 나와 춤추는 바람도 꿈과 현실이 만난 곳 여긴 paradise. 기적 같은 널 만났고 나의 삶은 천국이고 Tonight you are so beautiful. You are paradise. Every day. 널 사랑해. 나의 paradise.
화려한 스텝으로 다가갈게 맘이 전부 다 내게로 닿길 바래 확실해 네가 내 fiance라는 것도 신들도 질투하면 내게 바래
밤에 취해 Please don't hold me back 벗어나자 현실 속에 서 기분은 butterfly high 저 높이 있는 달도 내
내
spotlight
손을 잡아 baby girl never end 위로 here we go 근심 걱정은 다 버리고 나만 믿고 따라 follow oh, oh.
오늘 밤 다른 하늘 아래 너와 나 입을 맞출 때 So come on now and tell everybody Come on now and let's rock this party
over and over again over and over again
하늘 가득한 별들도 나와 춤추는 바람도 꿈과 현실이 만난 곳 여긴 paradise 기적 같은 널 만나고 나의 삶은 천국이고 Tonight you are so beautiful You are paradise Every day 널 사랑해 나의 paradise B to the A to the R to the A D to the I to the S to the E B to the A to the R to the A You're paradise Tonight you are so beautiful You're paradise
Oh, not the Great Gatsby. Oh my god. That was a Leo DiCaprio moment there for sure. Very nice. All right. This was Treasure Paradise. Thank you, Gunky. Thank you, Sonja, for recommending it. This was fantastic. We did cover Treasure a while back. If you're watching this and you liked my reaction, please go check out our deep dive. We covered Treasure a couple months ago. Probably more than a couple months ago now at this point, but please go watch if you have not. This was great. As I mentioned before, I did like Treasure when we did the deep dive. I felt like they're incredible. This is, I feel like, no shortage of that incredibleness. Man, is this catchy. This song is so fucking catchy. I think it has a lot to do. I don't know. I almost inherently attribute some of that to I feel like I almost attribute it to like the horn section. Like there's something about horns in music that I'm just like, damn, like some of the catchiest songs I feel like I have heard have had like some sort of horn section relation to the song, and I feel like this one is no exception to that. I feel like horns sometimes just make a song and just make it good. And I felt like in this instance, it was very good. The chorus is super catchy. I loved the rap sections in the verse 2. I thought that was really, really good. But I think there's just kind of like there's just a general fun about the song that I think I would argue you could play this for anybody, and if they don't have like a big smile on their face, I would be damn surprised, because I feel like this just has this like feel good energy to it. You know what I mean? I feel like it feels like not to quote House, but it feels like a and I know he says it sarcastically, but like a rain of sunshine on a cloudy day. It does feel like that, you know. It is a very sweet song. But I really, really, really enjoyed this song a lot. I was just vibing. This is like, if we're talking about on the vibe meter here, the vibe meter is through the roof. You know what I mean? I was feeling the song. So definitely enjoyed that a lot. And vocally, this was also good. The bridge was really gorgeous. I think like Treasure has done a really good job of like incorporating like good vocals with some like good rapping sections. And again, I feel like this one is no exception to that as well. There was a few moments where I feel like I could attribute it to maybe other pop songs, which is fine. So I'm not gonna. I feel like, funnily enough, I feel like the one that came to mind was just like it kind of gave me a little bit of a light like Bruno Mars Treasure, no pun intended to the group Treasure, but like I was kind of given. I was kind of giving me some light Bruno, which is fine. I'm down for the Bruno influence certainly, but yeah, fun song, love it. Gungi says this is so fun, I love it. And they also said, hey, I just put it in Discord. Sonja deserves all the credit here. Sonja says, I'll take all the credit. Thank you. Listen, it's a team effort here. I gotta give the credit where the credit's due. So Sonja and Gungi, thank you. And Gungi also said, Treasure always feels like they don't belong under YG. They are so different from their other groups. I think that's good though. I think you gotta I think especially if you're a company, you gotta have groups that just kind of pull the needle in a different direction, in a good way. Obviously it's still in the K-pop vein of music, but I feel like you gotta have the variation. So I appreciate that. So very nice. All right, Kala, you have chosen the WAYV song, so we will continue. We will do that. I'm at the beckoning call of chat tonight, so we will be checking out the new shit. But I would guess it's probably big bands. Is it big bands, Kala? I feel like that's got to be it because that one was only a month ago. So unless there's a new WAYV song that I haven't heard, that we haven't checked out. Okay, big bands. Oh, bands. Very nice. Okay, very cool. All right, let's check it out.
Yeah, we hit you like big bands. 정대인 창지how we got big plans. Got my name in your mouth, you a big fan. Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, 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 up. Yeah, we got big. Fella, Rockefeller, 在这低音步伐 Brush chiller 在喧哗 I had her up, with a wake up 这瞬间定觉得融化 Dum dum da da dum From a different time 重塑着未来 Let's get low 放声更痛快 Yeah, we hit you like big bands 重低音强劲 how we got big plans Got my name in your mouth, you a big fan Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, 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 up Yeah, we got big bands 近距离猜不透 like a big man 音乐厅还不够 all respect 随万众随意 Everyone fall for me Cause we hit you like big 为你降落下过热的雨空气沸腾魔法禁止 Call me yeah We can make a little history Come on 眼望记号 when the beat rock 摩登咆哮 with the beat pop Everybody drop when the beat stop 1, 2 Yeah, we hit you like big bands 重低音强劲 how we got big plans Got my name in your mouth, you a big fan Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, 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 up Yeah, we got big bands 近距离猜不透 like a big man 音乐厅还不够 all respect 声音万众声音 Everyone fall for me Cause we hit you like yeah Yeah, we hit you like yeah Yeah, we hit you like yeah Like we dynamite 狂想到天开 Love to make you lose control 要往前线别抢梦 Hit that drum right Yeah, we hit you like big bands 重低音强劲 how we got big plans Got my name in your mouth, you a big fan Keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, 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 up Yeah, we got
Whoever
big
you're gonna know, high
bands.
I love the ending. I love the like real drum, like big band energy at the end. That was cool. All right. Wow. All right. This was Wavy big bands if you're hanging out. Muhammad, I checked that was the first song we checked out tonight. So you have to scroll back to watch that. Harmony says, I love the little story episodes they did leading up to the release of this. Ooh, okay. I'll have to check those out. Wow. This was cool. I didn't know this was a mini album, so I'll have to give it a listen. I had no idea. Wow. Okay. Cool. Phew. This was great. I would agree with Sonja. That was like the first thing I was gonna mention was the fit. The suit fits. I don't know why. I feel like maybe I might also be a bias to like suits to some degree in K-pop, but I mean, Wavy pulls those suits off. They were that was a good look for them for sure. Man, I thought like Wavy was incredible. I love diving into them. They were really, really, really good. So if you watched me do the NCT compilation of groups last year, early or late last year, excuse me. Thanks for joining, first and foremost, and secondly, I'm glad we were coming back to Wavy, certainly. But this was incredible. I really enjoyed the kind of like, I think distorted in a good way. Like there's something about the production of this song that just seems like really like the songs are kind of peaking, which is good in some ways. I don't like, typically you're not supposed to like have the song peak, but I felt like in this sort of circumstance, for whatever reason, I was like, I don't care that the song's peaking. Like it sounds really good. Like the bass tones seem really big. Like I don't know if whether I'd imagine they were using like 808s, but it just seems really larger than life, and I appreciate that a lot. Especially like kind of in the drumming department, I felt like that just seems a lot with a lot more emphasis, so I appreciate that a ton. I think like the vocals in Wavy are incredible. I still believe that I would argue is still one of my favorite NCT groups. I feel like they've got, and that's, I mean, again, they're all incredible, but I feel like Wavy just had a special place in my heart during that stream. But I do really love their music. I think they're an incredible group. Shujun was incredible. I really enjoyed his vocals. I think I'd imagine he was doing like a little bit of those falsetto tones. Gorgeous. They felt like a little glassy, which was nice. He's got such a interesting kind of vocal range. 10, my bias. I love 10. I love his solo material, so I felt like he was doing great work, but like honestly, I felt like a lot of the other Wavy members were doing a little bit better, and that was hard for me to say. I feel as a 10 bias, I felt that I felt like he was holding back a little, you know, like I was kind of hoping for a little bit more from a 10. Maybe it's just it's a positive reinforcement that I feel like I'm trying to give to him. Not that he could sing circles around me, certainly, but I felt like he did a good performance, but definitely like I felt like other members of Wavy definitely held the pack down for sure. I also liked Kun as well. Excuse me. I read that too fast. I read Jazz and Kun together, but his vocals were also incredible too. Final chorus was awesome. I loved again that like I love the ad libs at the end. I feel like anytime you got a good pop off moment to release, like put the exclamation point at the end of the sentence, you got to do it. And I felt like this song, they definitely jam that home, certainly. And I also like that they ended the song on like, again, that real note. I appreciate that like there was like a band performing it in the back, in that part of the song. And I feel like they just ended it so smoothly in a transition like that. So I was definitely surprised, but I really thought that section of the song was cool. But yeah, this was just what I will absolutely go back and listen to, and I will definitely be giving this album a listen to. I completely slept on this one, and I feel like I've missed out, so I got to give it a listen. So very cool. Kala, thank you. I have a little bit of homework for the next couple of days, so appreciate it. But yeah, very nice, very nice. All right. Well, chat, if y'all got more for me to listen to, it can be on this on the playlist making for the what's new stuff. I don't know if there's anything else new. I feel like I gotta check out the Young Posse song too. I did see that pull up, and I need to give that a listen. So, Gungi says neck ripoff. Okay, very interesting. Jazz says, could we do Zuni Zini? Some things never change. It's also the new Astro subunit. Ooh, okay. We'll do that first. Jazz, I don't think you've recommended something tonight, so I will do that. We'll jump back to. We'll do No Santas, and then we'll do yours, Gunky, after that, if that's cool. So, let's see. All right. Is it Zuni Zini? You've heard a few neck songs. I have. That name looked familiar. So, all right, cool. Well, this looks like a Astro subunit. Some things never change. So, let's give it a listen. Uni says, I kind of want you to save the Young Posse one for a full EP listen during an album stream, but it's up to you. Ooh, okay. And Jazz says, I think it's like Junie Genie. Okay. Very nice. All right, cool. Sandra says, I'm gonna have to go seriously get some work, get some serious work done. Love the stream. Thank you, Sandra. Hopefully you can come back. We'll see you hopefully Wednesday. So best of luck with the work. But all right, cool. Let's check out Junie Genie. That is a tongue twister. Let's go.
뜨거웠던 summertime 매일 듣던 cool soundtrack 난 멋먹게 모든 걸 걸고 놀 때 No plans, no rules, that's how we used to act 쉬지 않던 우리 둘의 laugh 가끔씩은 지쳐서 긴 밤을 지새고 다시 한번 일어날 힘들을 기르며 버텨낸 그대에게 Now I stand right here today Got it by our yesterday
Goes by so fast 불안한 건 나의 추억이 모두 다 만나
That is a high register. Holy shit.
나를 소중한 날로 바꾼다 Chasing our dreams with no fears When we are one there's no tears 함께하는 매일 another special day
Said that's how we act the same 가끔씩은 break the rules 돌아보면 sometimes fools
Some things never change
Said that's how we act the same 널 떼면 no time to sleep 너무 익숙해 cannot breathe
Some things never change
정말 who's calling me 이번 주도 you and me 혹시라도 힘든 일이 있었다면 내게 말해봐 believe in me 어떤 말이든 no sweat hey man our stories are done yet I swear happy for what we got 넘어지면 잡을 손이 있단 용기가 지금의 날만들에 forever we will stay this way I will be with you every day
Goes by so fast 불안한 건 나의 추억을 모두 다 만나 흐르는 나를 소중한 날로 바꾼다 Chasing our dreams with no fears When we are one there's no tears 함께하는 매일 another special day
계속 넘어져 쓰러진대도
다시 일어나 괜찮아
상처 입어서 쓰라린 것도
It's alright bro Step by step 계속 발 맞춰 걸어간다면
천천히 많은 것을 이뤄나갈 거야 앞으로도 우린
Some things never change
That's how we act the same
DJ, let's go.
웃을 내일이 맞이하고 있으니
Some things never change
That's how we act the same 계속되는 이야기 평생 함께 할 테니
Some things never change
change
All right. This is Junie Genie and their song Some Things Never Change. Very nice. Jazz says this is Jin Jin and MJ by the way. Thank you, Jazz. Um this was extremely cute. Very wholesome. I love the vibes. I feel like their friendship and obviously like them together, I feel like is just a very like positive energy, and I love that. You know, I believe in the positive affirmations, so definitely appreciate that. But just like I don't know, I just felt very overjoyed about this song. Like there's just something about it just was like, oh man, you know, like I couldn't help but just smile and just like the vibe level was high, you know what I mean, for me. So I appreciate that a lot. Also, vocal register, insane. Like this is definitely like pushing the limit vocally up there. I felt like more I feel like it's just been higher than what I remember Astro songs to be. I don't remember Astro songs being that high of a register. I could be wrong, but I don't remember them. I personally don't remember them remember Astro songs being that up that high register key wise. So I thought that was incredible. I thought it was already a high register as it is, and then I heard like them go up a key change, and then the ad libs were like even higher in a falsetto tone. So the Astro boys just be cooking all the time. They're just unreal vocalists. I guess I've come to the realization of, which I already knew they were, but I feel like it was just incredible. But really good stuff. Jazz says MJ going off. Indeed, he was in fact going off. But yeah, I was just really impressed by that, and I think like the rapping was also really incredible, done by Jinjin. So I definitely appreciate his tonality and stylization. I remember liking it in Astro music as well, so I'm not really surprised that I also enjoyed it in the subunit here. But there's also kind of like, and I know childish can be deemed in a negative way, but like there is kind of like a childhood joyfulness that I liked about it. Like I think just again having like it almost feel like a little like nursery rhyme ish, and I think more specifically in like that final chorus where they had like those kids vocals going on, and then their vocal, like those ensemble vocals on top of that, it just felt very like joyous, and I appreciate that, you know. So I definitely was surprised by this one. Definitely has like a good summer like vibe to it. Obviously we're knocking out all the summer bangers here tonight, which is good, you know, before summer ends, unfortunately. But I enjoyed this a lot. This was definitely not on the cards for me to listen to tonight. Obviously, I mean, to be realistic, none of them were on the cards to listen to tonight. But overall, I felt like this was definitely one of those ones that I will go back and listen to again for sure. And I feel like the Astro Boys and including the subunit just are crazy. So if you have not checked out Astro, please go give them a listen. They're incredible. But this was awesome. I enjoyed this thoroughly. Gungi said this is so much fun. Jazz says so fun. I love it. Biscuit said Astro. Love to see it. And Jazz says another summer song. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, this was great. I definitely was popping to this one. So, all right, we're gonna keep the train moving tonight. It looks like we got Cheon's new song. I assume it's Welcome to My Little Fantasy, the avocado song. If I've got this wrong, no Santa, let me know. But I'm like 95% sure this has to be it because this is her new song, I would guess. So if I'm wrong, might be. So all right, very cool. All right, let's keep it moving tonight. This looks to be song name looks to be Avocado and Glico. Hopefully I've got that correct. So all right, let's get into it. Let's check it out.
네. 주문 도와드릴게요.
아보카도 토스트. 아보카도 토스트. 아보카도 토스트.
Man,
아보카도 토스트 3개 맞으시죠?
who knew I knew so much Korean? That's crazy. Avocado toast. What? What? No. Okay, listen. No, I need to pause. We are not starting a song off like this. Okay, I don't, Cheon, if you're watching this, I know you're probably not, but we are not starting an MV off like this. We are not. This is not happening. Okay, cool. Let's check out the song. I was crashing out.
Let's call it strawberry, blueberry. I see it growing on the ground. Feeling like a bad one. Avocado, I gotta have it on the ground. Feeling like a dream, baby. It's alright, I decided now. I've gone to Wonderland, no looking back. Why would I look back now? Leave me, see me, as yours. Lead me, try me, find me, just
Like the layered vocals. That's cool.
It's kinda strawberry, blueberry. I see it growing on the ground.
Wait. Huh? Well, we're ending this song there? Oh, what? Oh, man. Listen, if anyone wants to throw this on TikTok and title this as 32-year-old man crashes out on Twitch, feel free to. That's fine. I don't know. I don't know about this one. And it's not that it's bad. I did think the actual song itself was good. Video felt like I took like an acid tablet just before I started watching that video, and I'm now dealing with the repercussions of that. But I thought it was solid. I think to me, it feels like, and I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I don't want to diss on Chaeyoung. I love Twice. I feel like Chaeyoung always has a very interesting she's always very interesting. So I feel like that in and of itself, I feel like this MV speaks for her, in my opinion. Luvis Doll says it's the intro song of the album. Okay, I did not know this. I did not do any research on this. Luvis Doll, thank you for keeping me grounded here. Uni said didn't know what to expect from her, but this just feels right. I was gonna say that. That Uni stole my thoughts. Like it feels very Chaeyoung X, which is fine. Like definitely more chill, a little bit more vibey. I like that her voice kind of has this sort of like again etherealness to the song. Glico, hopefully I've pronounced their group name correctly. I like them. I'm curious to hear what their material sounds like, and obviously how much of an influence they had on this song, because it feels very like very droney, but like in a good way. Has like a cool kind of ethereal, very like reverb drenched sort of sound to it. So definitely appreciate that a lot. But yeah, I'd be curious to hear what her other songs that she has out, if there are any yet, because I know this one just came out a couple days ago. But I'll definitely have to wait for the album, I feel. Though I think the MV was a little intense. Did not know what to expect. I hope that there's a continued storyline to this whole MV saga, but yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. I enjoyed the song. Like I think if I was to listen to this on Spotify, I would enjoy it. The MV just was like a wild thing. Everybody make sure to check your avocados before you cut into them, or after you cut into them. Otherwise, you might be swallowed into the avocado hellscape that we just endured. So, yeah, check your avocados if you haven't, check on your friends if they've eaten avocados recently. I feel like that's it. That was my PSA. So, yeah. I don't know what else I got to say. I feel like I crashed out enough. So, very nice. Jazz says I'm beyond confused. I feel like that's yeah. And Jazz says what the fuck. Gungi says I'm going to have nightmares of avocados. LOL. Kala says I was crashing out. Fair enough. Andy says love the song. That was an interesting video. Also would agree. No says maybe it's an intro track. Gungi says that video was something. Biscuit says, seems like an intro maybe. Cal says, love an artistic vision. I agree. When he says, didn't know what to expect from her, but just feels right. No Santa says, Friday is the next song. Okay, I'll have to keep my eyes peeled for Friday, just like the avocado that was also peeled in this video. Cookie laughed at my very poor avocado jokes. So. All right, I've ascended to dad humor level. Love to see it. All right, very cool. And Gunky had put neck as the next thing to check out. Neck, okay, rip off. Very nice. NK rip off. Very cool, very cool. All right. This looks to be very. I feel like this is. I remember this is. I think this is like Japanese. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly. So, switching gears. We love to do it. All right, let's check it out. Guys, I love City Escape. I'm just kidding. Ooh. bass work on this song is incredible. Ooh, nice. All right, this was Neck and their song Ripoff. Thank you for hanging. Obviously, we're covering more than just K-pop tonight, apparently. So very cool. I enjoyed this a lot. I made a joke about Sonic Adventure 2. The beginning like bass riff kind of reminded me of City Escape. I tongue in cheek made a joke about it, but I feel like there was actually a few moments where I was like, oh, you know what, this actually is giving a little bit of like Crush 40, which is fine. I love that song. That song still hits. Don't come at me in the comments. I love that song still. But I love the bass work in this. I feel like it's very prevalent. Which I know bass players get a lot of flack in music in general. But she's a very talented bass player. I love like the kind of, again, the slapping popping of the bass, incredible bass work throughout. And their drummer was also really cool. I think this definitely feels a little bit more like rhythm centric in this song, so I definitely gravitated towards it a little bit more. I also love how like their drummer kind of incorporate a little bit of like double bass work, especially in maybe like the like drumming trills in some parts where like the bass kind of does a little bit of like either extra slapping and popping. There was like a little bit of like extra double bass work, which I thought was really cool. It's a very subtle thing, but I think it works throughout the track. Vocally, this was also really good as well. Probably, in my opinion, one of their strongest songs, certainly. I love the chorus. I think that's extremely catchy. As well as that, the guitar work was also really good. I enjoyed the guitar work. I weirdly enough I think I enjoyed actually the bass work and the drumming a little bit more in this song than the actual guitar parts. And that's not to discredit the guitar work. I'm a guitar player, so I feel like I often fixate on a lot of guitar parts in music. But I feel like it can be kind of overlooked a little bit in this song, just because I think there's some incredible drumming, there's some incredible bass work, and so I appreciate that they're getting the spotlight in this track. But yeah, I enjoyed it. The bridge was really cool. I like kind of the way that their drummer used a lot of the toms work, along with like the hi-hats and like a little bit of the cymbals. I thought the way she moved around the kit was incredible. It gives a lot of movement to the track, so definitely appreciate that. But yeah, I think this one's probably one of the better Neck songs that I've heard Gunky present to me on stream before. So definitely not surprised. I enjoyed this one a ton. So it's good. No Santa says that is a to who melody if I've ever heard it. Heard one. LOL. I could definitely hear that as well. Uni says that's going on a playlist. Awesome. And Gungi says they've been around for a year and they keep getting better and better. I also agree. So if you have not checked them out, here you go. Here's your opportunity to go give them a listen. So please go show them some love. And Gungi, thanks again. Love to see it. So, all right. Let's see. I will wait on the Young Posse then. Let me see what other ones we did. The Rewind. I'm curious about this NMix one. I did see the Pablo Vittar and NMix, the Mexi. I don't know. So I'm curious. Polak Jumi. Hey, I'm new here. I really loved your commentary and musical knowledge. I'm not sure if there's a reaction cue, but if you're open to something a bit different and ethnic, there is a new girl group from Turkey. Ooh, that debuted 7 months ago called Manifest. I highly recommend checking out their song Snap. Ooh. All right, we'll do that. Thank you for coming through. Hopefully you'll join us for more. And the group is called Manifest. Okay, let's check it out. I'm always down. I feel like chat is almost always down as well. Snap. Okay. All right. I guess we'll do the. Is it the first one, Polo? Let me know. I would assume it's the first video. So, because that seems to be in line with the time frame here. So, let's check it out. I think it's the first one because it says music video. So I feel like I would be stupid to not click on that one. So let's give it a listen. I'm curious.
Sana alkış yok anca finger snap. No thanks. Güzel outfit yakışıyorduk tam matchlik sayende hepsini ettik sana yakışanı yaptın. Giderek buna şaşırdım sandım.
Okay.
Geleceğinden parlak lipstick sürdüm 0 gramsın yok kalsın. Yanıma renk renk çiçeklerle gelsen de telefonun arka planında kesen
Alright.
de olmaz. Yok kalp Paris hiçbiri kesmez. Bir zamanlar sen yeterli şimdi hiçbir şey yetmez. Ortada mı kaldın pardon. Üzülmüş gibi rollendim bravo sana. Çoktan unuttum senin her yerden. Sakın deneme. Kaçma kovalama. Senin gibi seni
Okay.
çok gördüm affedemem hayır. Sesin gelmiyor hiç yok bye bye. Kaçma kovalama. Senin gibi seni çok gördüm affedemem hayır. Sesin gelmiyor hiç yok bye bye. Sana alkış yok anca finger snap.
Cool. All right. That breakdown. All right.
Ortada mı kaldın pardon. Üzülmüş gibi rollendim bravo sana. Çoktan unuttum sildim her yerden. Sakın deneme. Kaçma kovalamam. Senin gibi seni çok gördüm affedemem hayır. Sesin gelmiyor hiç yok bye bye. Kaçma kovalamam. Senin gibi seni çok gördüm affedemem hayır. Sesin gelmiyor hiç yok bye bye.
That was cool. The ending was sick. I love like that bass boosted ending. Wow. Okay. I'm impressed. This was Manifest and their song Snap. Thank you, Polo, for the recommendation and welcome in. Appreciate the vibes. This was very fun. I enjoyed this. This was, like I said, first introduction to them. Beat was also very cool. Very jumpy. I appreciate kind of like the beat switches throughout the song. I think the rhythm changes really make the song. I think ultimately if it kind of kept the same beat, then I think maybe it might feel a little bit repetitive, but I love the fact that they like incorporated different like switches throughout the song. Keeps it very interesting. The way that they kind of cycled in like the rap sections and the vocal sections I thought were really nice. So I appreciate that a lot. I loved a lot of like the ensemble vocals, whether it be like I assume they got more people to kind of do like the like gang vocals and stuff, which was really neat. But I have to say that chorus in this song was really catchy. Definitely was enjoying it a ton. I love that little like, I don't know if it's like a pre-chorus or maybe maybe chorus section of the song, but just like the way that they like synchronize kind of like the beat of the song with like the way that they like say snap. I thought that was very interesting. It feels very calculated in the musicality of the song, so I love that. And intentional, so I think it definitely hammers the point home, certainly. But this just has like a really cool kind of dance feel to it, like got good energy, good vibes. I think the only thing that I would have liked about the song is potentially I would have hoped that maybe one of the vocalists of Manifest, I thought potentially there was going to be like maybe like runs or like pop off moments at the end of like that final chorus. I think that would have made the track so much better. I maybe I'm just a sucker for like a good like ad lib run. But I felt like maybe potentially there could have been a section where that would have just been like chef's kiss, you know what I mean? So other than that, I enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what the rest of their discography has, so I'll have to go check it out. If not, we'll have to check it out on another free night in the future. But I will be keeping an eye out for Manifest. I enjoyed it. This is the first group I think I've heard from Turkey before. We've been recommending a lot of groups internationally, but Turkey, I don't think we've had a group that's been from Turkey yet. So it'd be cool. I have to get like, I think I made this joke the last time, but I'll have to get like a map and figure out which groups we've covered in a specific country. I'd be curious if I could get someone from each specific part of the country at this point, or globe, excuse me, not even country. So, very cool. Very cool. Jazz says very fun. Uni says very nice. Callus says cool. Polo says, I'm glad you guys liked it. Thanks a lot. Well, thank you for coming through. Hopefully, again, welcome in. Feel free to hang around, and hopefully we'll be checking out some new shit. So, all right. I think we are checking out the Emic song next with Pablo Vittar, which I'm curious. I see this pop up, but I want to see. I want to see the hype. I want to see what the hype's about. So let's check it.
Então vem pra cá, abre o caminho que eu vou passar. Tô de shortinho, vou misturar. Eu vou o quê? Vou misturar. Então vem pra cá, abre o caminho que eu vou passar. Tô de shortinho, vou misturar. Eu vou o quê? Vou misturar.
Pull up on the, can you hear that bass? Every time I'ma switch down legs.
Turn it up, mix it up. Look at you, now run it up. Up to sit up, flip it up, rock it up. That's me, cause I live it up.
What's the formula? I'm the one, I'm the prize. Even if you try, you ain't catching up.
What? Motion, I'ma put it in slow motion. That rotation, feel like me ain't got none.
Então vem pra cá, abre o caminho que eu vou passar. Tô de shortinho, vou misturar. Eu vou o quê? Vou misturar.
Mesh, mesh, mesh. There's that shit that make you
Mesh, mesh, mesh.
This that shit that make you mash.
누구랑? Pablo.
That's cool.
Smell that diesel, lock and load, just feel that kick. Put some gasoline on my lips like kiss me at the break, I ain't gonna say that.
quick, I'ma hit that gas, I'm right now.
Então vem pra cá, abre o caminho que eu vou passar. Tô de shortinho, vou misturar. Eu vou o quê? Vou misturar.
Mesh, mesh, mesh. There's that shit that make you
Mesh, mesh, mesh.
This that shit that make you mash.
mesh, mesh, mesh. There's that shit that make you.
So what we want, we gon' run it up here from the start.
up in there. Can you hear that bass? Hear that bass? Whoa. Mesh, mesh. There's that shit that make you mesh, mesh, mesh. There's that shit that make you mesh, mesh, mesh.
She's the shit that make you
Mesh.
All right. Very interesting. This was Pablo Vittar and Nmix, and the song is called Mix. Hopefully, if you haven't checked it out here. This was interesting. Pablo Vittar. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing their name correctly. I've never heard of this artist. It looks like they have 8 million subscribers on YouTube, which is crazy. But I feel like that's the different pockets of music, certainly. So very interesting. I thought this song was very good. I don't know if it's hard to say because I have not checked out Pablo's music before, so I feel like it's a hard metric to base it off of. Like, obviously I know what Nmix sounds like, but Pablo's music, I'm not entirely sure what they're making musically. So I don't know if they kind of like combine both worlds and, kind of put their musical, geniuses together, or, but I thought this is very interesting. Unhi says, Pablo Vittar is a Brazilian drag queen and singer. Ooh, shout outs to the queen. Going says, yeah, I still don't like this song, but it's not the type of music I like. That's fair. I think the most notable thing was, at least about this song specifically for myself, was I thought it was very cool that they still did the kind of Nmix change up section, which I didn't expect him to do, but I'm glad that they did, weirdly enough. Like, I feel like they really haven't done it I don't think they've done it in the recent song that they did, or the last album they did. But I felt like in this song, like, it just worked perfectly for them to kind of like transition into the song, weirdly enough. But I like that this felt very collaborative. To me, like, I always appreciate when, artists kind of are put together in that way. I kind of like the juxtaposition between both of them. I think Pablo Vittar has a great voice. They're incredible. And obviously we all know Nmix is an incredible group as well too. So I think it was a cool combination of like seeing two different people singing. Like, obviously Nmix is a group of women singing, and obviously Pablo Vittar is a drag queen, and they did incredible too. So I think, like, on both merits, I appreciate it. But I thought the song was very good. I would say that it isn't my personal style either. I did enjoy elements of the song. I feel like, again, I thought Nmix definitely brought their A game in this song too, certainly, like, as they do to most songs. But yeah, I didn't think it was like, to me, like, over the top, where I was like, oh damn, like, this is might be one of my favorite like Nmix collabs, or like something like that. But I definitely feel like it is a very strong song. I liked some of the cool like ways that they kind of introduced all of the members in this song. I thought that was probably the most interesting part of it. And it didn't feel like there was any skimping, you know what I mean? The only thing was that the song is like 2 minutes and 40 seconds long, so I feel like that's kind of a little bit of a non-point for me, because I love longer songs. I was kind of maybe hoping for like a bridge section, but I understand that this is just like a very like fast-paced, energetic song, and I feel like they delivered on that, certainly. So is it my favorite Nmix song? Not particularly, but I do feel like the collab was very interesting, and I feel like if it came up on my Spotify playlist, I would listen to it again. So definitely enjoyed it, but I would say not my favorite Nmix song as a collective. So Uni says, not my favorite song ever, but I think it's a cool that they did it. Very unique collab. I also agree. Gunky says, it always sucks when you love a group and they release a song you don't like at all, but it happens. I think I view it as this, right? Like, I can understand that too, But I feel like, to me, like, I love when artists spread their metaphorical wings. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's really something inherently special about music that, like, somebody from a completely different country is able to collaborate with a K-pop group. You know what I mean? I think that there's something that should be celebrated about that. And like when other big artists like collaborate in that way, like I think there is something really cool about that. From I think not only I think as someone who's been working in music business for quite a long time, but as well as that somebody who obviously loves music too. I think, to get that to happen first and foremost is a tough thing, and for it to do well, I think is also a big thing too. So like props to both Mx and Pablo Vittar. I feel like, best of luck to both of their careers. But I also feel like it's such a stride for like music to be such a global thing. I mean, it already is I think, in my opinion, and I feel like this only kind of strengthens those bonds of it being more global. You know what I mean? There's so many fantastic artists across the world, and I think this only opens up that gateway to allow more more art to shine. So that's awesome. So Kaylee, hello. Thank you. Yes, you are. We've got probably about 30 minutes left, but we'll keep it moving. We did an Astro subunit song, which you missed out on, which I felt bad about, but very cool. If you have we're doing catch up. So if you've got one that you feel like I need to check out, Kala also recommended Ceremony from Stray Kids, which I have not listened to, weirdly enough. So we will check that out right now. Kala, I don't know if there was anybody else. That was it. Okay. So we're gonna do Ceremony. So you have time, Kaylee. So if you've got something I need to listen to in the What's New playlist, let me know. But we will check out Stray Kids Ceremony, which I, again, have not listened to. So let's give it a spin.
Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. We're moving forward, we mixing more power, and we're gonna dominate popping. 잠시까지 being this topic. 경치는 수많은 trophy. No one, nobody can stop me. 수많은 어깨는 돈 닦기. Jump up like a pop up, toes so lift. Working off time, that ratio got us going worldwide. Thursday day night, they put us in the desert but we survive. Busy giving our life, oh like they were getting all the spotlight. Listen to the war cry. Come. Hip hip, hip hip, hip hip, hip hip. Come. Ceremony. did it 소리 질러 와 slide 반지 kiss 뭐 바다된 상만지 부케 바다내 두 손은 두둑해 바쁠 때는 콧들 새가 옆에 바닷속에 소감을 또 좀배 I feel like go boom You and I let's go celebrate 이 상태는 엄청나 big 터지는 emergency We don't care show 나 아저씨 여기저기 look at our paradise 어디까지 갈지 예상밖이야 시끌시끌 북적해 우리 근처는 언제나 소음 발생이야 Working off time their ratio got us going worldwide Thursday day night they put us in the desert but we survive Is it giving alright? Unlike them we're getting on the spotlight Yeah, listen to the war cry Come on Hip 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 Come on Ceremony Hip hip Ceremony
Yeah, we gon' celebrate cause we got good come
Very nice. All right, cool. This was Stray Kids Ceremony. Very interesting. Um Very interesting. Okay, I might also be I think I might be on the same page as Gungi. This is a great song. I don't like the hip hip hooray part. I think it bothers me a little less now that I've heard the song more. I was going to I was gonna make it. I was gonna make a commentary about that. So I'm glad. I'm glad I might not be the only one on that. I don't know. I'm curious what other people think about the song, but I enjoyed it. I for the most part, I think like the beat of the song, like Three Racha always is like always cooking. I feel like this man always does some. They always do some interesting shit with their music. This is no different. Um I do feel like the hip hip hooray part kind of takes me out of the song a little bit. Um it is a very odd thing. I don't know like it I don't know how I feel about that section. I do feel like it is very like jaunting in maybe a good way. But I'll have to give it more of a listen. Maybe it'll come around for me similarly to Gunky to some degree. Maybe I might not be as aggressive on it, but I did like the chorus. I think the chorus, like once you get into like the actual beat section, I think that goes kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. But I think the song's good. I think it's paced very well. You know, y'all know I'm a Changbin stan. And man, I love that he starts it off. Man, he cooks. I love it. Han's section was also fire too. I enjoyed that. Um, I felt like this had a little bit less Felix, which I don't know if whether or not they are intentionally doing that or not. But I felt like he was in select parts of the song. You know, like I feel like they really try to like put him in the. I feel like they try to incorporate him as much as possible, and I felt like this song they kind of toned it back, which was you know, I think for better or for worse. You know what I mean? I love Felix. I think he's incredible, but I also feel like they maybe play to his, kind of his lower tonality vocally. But I thought this was solid. I enjoyed it. I would say this is not one of my favorite Stray Kids songs, certainly, but I don't think that is a bad song. I'm curious to check out the rest of Karma, certainly. Um, Felix doesn't really do any singing. He kind of does like, he does a ceremony section, and then he did like a little bit of I think he like did a pre-chorus section part of the song. I think those were the two parts that I noticed at least. Um but I don't know. Overall it was like not the best but not the worst Stray Kids song in my opinion. So I think if the hip hip hooray part was not in there then I think this song would go a little bit I think it would feel a little bit more cohesive in my opinion, but who knows. Kala says, I like it. Not my favorite song for them for sure. Uni said this. Kala says, I love the Chanbin raps at the start, and Hans, of course. Jazz says, this one is not for me at all. Sorry. Hey, that's fair. Kogi says, this song just misses my playlist though. Hip hip hooray is just enough to keep it off my playlist. And then wait, does Felix even sing on the song? Who knows? Kaylee says, I like it better without the MV, to be honest. Ooh, okay. I'll have to give Karma a listen. I did see that they have a vinyl, so I might have to cop the vinyl. So if the rest of the album's good, I don't think I own any Stray Kids albums, so it would be cool to own a Stray release. But very nice, very nice. Thank you, Kala. Tell if you've listened to the Karma album, let me know what your favorites are. I will be down to check those out in my roundabouts of listening to new shit. So Kaylee, if you have one for me, let me know that I haven't checked out. I will give it a spin if it hasn't already been spun. So do you have the new CIX song? I did see you post it, so let me see if I can find it. I have not listened to it, so we will give it a listen. Okay, I have to do the CIX song Wonder You. I'm so obsessed with them, so very nice. All right. I can already see the thumbnail, so let's get into it. No reason. No. None.
I don't wanna go without you. Baby, 넌 날 자극시켜 by my side. 조금씩 은밀하게 다 보여줘. 하나하나 달고 싶어. 너의 작은 습관들 비밀도 tell me now. Cause you better, 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 better. Of my night, 한순간 you and me 완벽한 한순간에 납득이 돼 의심 없어 난 눈부신 seraphim 흠없이 빛나고 있지 Ain't nobody do 홀린 듯이 wanna know yeah I gotta figure out tonight 내가 뭘 원하는지 알잖아 더 이상 감추지 마 show me your love Call me baby call me baby by your everything 마침내 찾은 seraphim 달콤하게 속삭여 in my world I can never feel ya no way drop it way drop it fairy 같은 날개로 너는
That
존재가
intro is
날린
very
way
interesting.
짧은 모습은 like a diamond 예측할 수 없이 더 깊숙이 오직 너만이 내 세상의 중심 Perpetually 헤어나올 수 없게 내게 가까워질수록 더욱더 딥덤 줄수록 욕심나 예측을 벗어나 작은 하나까지 집착하게 하잖아 달콤한 목소리는 나쁜 맘을 먹게 하지 Teach me something bad 전부 갖고 싶은 너야 I gotta figure out tonight 내가 뭘 원하는지 알잖아 더 이상 감추지 마 show me your love Call me baby call me baby by your everything 마침내 찾은 seraphim 달콤하게 속삭여 in my world Break it down 부드러운 손길 내 심장을 뱉고 앞을 많고 황홀하게 입맞추고 햇살 아래 다야같이 shining 내 두 눈마저 멀게 해 빈틈을 더 보여줄래 모조리 담을 수 있도록 Let me love you till the end I gotta figure out tonight 내가 뭘 원하는지
Key change?
알잖아 더 이상 감추지 마 show me your love
Alright.
Call me baby call me baby by your everything 마침내 찾은 seraphim 달콤하게 속삭여 in my world One more time 내게 비춰줘 save your life 내가 뭘 원하는지 알잖아 환희 속에 감춰진 mystery was yeah Call me baby by your everything 마침내 찾은 seraphim 달콤하게 속삭여 in my world
Also, what a gorgeous MV. Very cool. All right. This was CIX's Wonder You. Very cool. Thank you, Kaylee. This was very fun. The synth choice and like actually like the vocals felt very complimentary to each other. So I appreciate that a ton. Also, like their melody choice was really incredible, especially in the chorus. I think that was really where I felt like, wow, the infectiousness of this song kind of stood out to me a little bit more. Definitely enjoyed that a ton. Hooks were also really good, especially like that "In My World" part. I don't know why, but like for whatever reason, that like every time that chorus part kind of came in, I thought that was really nice. I love the key change at the end. I thought that was something I wasn't expecting from the song, but was a nice addition. I feel like that added like a little bit of extra zest to the song, so I like that musically. I think the MV actually was again shot beautifully. I loved a lot of like the set pieces and stuff. I feel like the actual like I think they kind of use a mix of like green screen and like, you know, conventional like conventional like props and stuff in the MV. So it was a cool kind of juxtaposition of realism plus, you know, obviously editing as well. So kudos to the team who did it. They did a fantastic job. But yeah, overall I thought this was a very solid song. I definitely enjoyed it. I'll have to give it a listen. I don't believe that I have listened to this release yet, other than obviously this song now. So I'll have to give the EP a spin because I enjoyed it. So Kaylee says the last song on this EP is very good, my favorite. And Kaylee says they were in heaven. It's lore. Ooh, okay. And Kaylee says it came out today, so it's only 4 songs. Hey, listen, I love a quick one, so I'll have to give it a listen tomorrow. So, Muhammad, thank you for hanging. Have I listened to the newest IVE song? I don't believe that I have. I did not. Honestly, I didn't even know they had a new song. So, we'll have to check it out. No, I don't believe that I have listened to XOZXZ. So, let's give it a listen. I'm curious. Let's give it a spin.
두 눈 꼭 감아볼래 어떤 판타지를 상상하든 내가 다 이뤄줄게 너는 그냥 꿈만 꾸면 돼 점점 커지는 silence You know it 아득히 너를 이끈 소리 원하면 끄덕여봐 너는 깨어날 수 없을 거야 Gimme 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 all that 너의 모든 것을 원해 Give me the X, give me the O, give me the L-O-V-E 누르면 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all I want it all Give me the max, give me the top, give me the good energy 모조리 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all Hey, XOXD Play
Ooh, gorgeous rod.
노래 따라와 날 찾아내봐 Feels like this 너는 없지 Watch out 괜히 다치지 너는 깨어날 수 없을걸 깨어나지 마 순진한 건 됐으니 yeah, yeah. Gimme 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 all that 너의 모든 것을 원해 And some more Let's go Give me the X, give me the O, give me the L-O-V-E 너라면 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all I want it all Give me the max, give me the top, give me the good energy 모조리 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all Hey, XOXD Red lights, stop signs 넌 어때 날 믿니 Watch out, watch out Watch out, watch out Red lights, stop signs 넌 너의 모든 걸 꿈을 깨달아도 커져야겠어 Give me the X, give me the O, give me the L-O-V-E 나는 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all I want it all Give me the max, give me the top, give me the good energy 모조리 다 I want it all XOXD I want it all Hey, XOXD
Very interesting. All right, this was IVE XOXZ. Very, very interesting. Let's see. Uni says the outro is so good. I'm on the fence with this one. I really like the overall sound, but I feel like it's missing something to really make it stand out. Cal says I enjoyed that. Very nice, very nice. I'll get my gripe out of the way. I feel like this MV, and this goes for all MVs really. I feel like the overabundance of sound effects in MVs are a little much. I feel like this one is one of those examples where there's just like a lot of like swishing, like, and I imagine it's not in the original song. If it is, then maybe I just have a sensory issue or something, but I feel like maybe it might be just a little too much for the song. So I will definitely give this a listen on Spotify certainly, and compare and contrast here. But I felt like the song itself was, Uni says, I know the dings definitely aren't in the actual song. Okay, fair enough. Okay, cool. I'm glad I'm picking up some stuff here. So, I thought it was a good song. I definitely like Ive's music. I feel like they have had a good set of songs where I'm like, damn, like Ive's crushing it. I feel like I enjoy most of their comebacks. Like their music is very good. I do feel like with this song, and I know Ive has some really good singers, I was kind of hoping for there to be like more of a vocal pop off moment. I don't, and maybe it's just because, again, we're getting into that space of shorter songs. So maybe there's just not an opportunity for that. But I mean, if you're able to throw 3 choruses into a song, I feel like you're kind of able to put in like a little bit more stuff. Now there's like little bits of like that do 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 do, like that melody was great, and I love that they kind of like harmonized it with all of the members. I thought that was great too, and I know that they have the talent vocally. I just feel like, to me, like this was a missed opportunity for them to just kind of, especially maybe in the chorus more specifically, because that's where I feel like a lot of that energy comes from. I was kind of hoping for there to just be like some ad libs in the back or something. Like I do feel like I feel like the song is good, but like there's almost certain parts where I'm just like, man, if they had this in here, like, or like there's like maybe some like cool like runs, or maybe like ensemble vocals or something like that. Like I think it could have made the song pop a little bit more, in my opinion. But I would say overall, like, I don't think it was bad. I feel like I might be a little bit on the boomer stance on like having songs be a little bit longer. I feel like it doesn't give me enough time to really marinate on the song a little bit. And by the time I'm like, ooh, I like this chorus, like I feel like the song is over with. So, yeah, I feel like there is just opportunities there in the track that I'm just like, damn, like they could have utilized it a little bit better. But overall, I didn't think it was a bad song. I do genuinely like a lot of Ives material. I just think that there is maybe some things where, personally, production wise, I think there would have been some cool additions to add that would have maybe amplified the song, in my opinion. So if you liked it the way it is, absolute kudos to you. But I feel like there may have been some potential for some cool stuff. So not bad. I enjoyed it. This was the solid vibes. So all right. I don't know. I think we could end it here potentially. If you've got one more, if you think there's ones that we need to listen to. Unhi says, I have a short vibey song I stumbled on the other day. Hanhi 902 plus 1. Oh, okay. We'll check it out. Let's do it. I'm down. We've got like 7 more minutes, so. Oh, sorry, Kaylee. I didn't mean to time you out. Can I go back? Oh my god. I went to go click on Uni's link. I'm sorry, Kaylee. I did not mean to. Oh, God. I did not mean to ban Kaylee. Apologies. All right, let's click on the link. God, I gotta do better. Wait, can I unban Kaylee now? I'll do that while the song's playing.
I just wanna dance party without you. 너 매일 너의 운명 같은 사랑도 어쩌면 미친 마법에 걸린대요. 나의 드레스 페이지를 벗어나. I don't wanna instant, but dance 날 상부
took Kaylee out of purgatory. I'm apologetic, listen. Very cool. I enjoyed this. All right, this was Hanhee's 902 plus 1. I can't read tonight. I'm having a night. Yeah, welcome back, Kaylee. God. Oh, I'm sorry, Kaylee. I feel like I'm gonna be apologizing for this for a long time. So, Kaylee says, "Ha, it was funny. I asked you if you had anything you wanted to watch, and I got silent." It would have been great if someone clipped that. That would have been wild. God. Oh man. Sarah says, "Oh my god, I love Hanhee." Very nice, very nice. Though Sarah says he's letting the power get to his head. Oh man. That would have been great. Anyway, besides the song, or besides the band, excuse me. I thought this was great. I enjoyed this a lot. I have to give a lot of. I'll probably have to check out more of her music. I enjoyed the really good EDM choice of her, like the synth choice in her music. I think she did I don't know if she produces her own music, but this is awesome. It looks like it was arranged by Phantom, mixed by Zen, mastered by Zen. Yeah, this is great. I love the beat. I think her voice is so gorgeous. I definitely felt like it. I definitely feel like it kind of just like flow through the song really gorgeously. I love like the reverb tones that they use too. Really good stuff. If I'll have to give more of her. I gave her a sub, so I'll definitely have to be checking out more for discography in the future. If you've not checked out Hanhee, please go show her some love. I did check out the new AESPA song earlier, so that was also very good. I enjoyed that. So very nice. All right. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh, I feel like I gotta show chat this. This. We'll end it off on this. I'm gonna pull it off on the other screen. I feel like I gotta show chat this. If you have not checked it out yet, you should check it out. We'll watch it together here. It is a bedtime story.
In silence, don't know where my mind is, numb from the shock of it.
This is definitely not K-pop, but
cut myself open, but I wasn't
if you know, you know.
broken. Tried to fix what wasn't wrong. Can you feel it taking over? I know I'm not alone. If
And he
I
knows.
let go, the waves should drag me out. When every lie was kept so close, burned by the gate for what I chose. Now you're tossing and turning.
It's not. It is Amy Lee.
The end of you is the start of life for me. How is that to know? Crystalline cash.
Yeah, this is the Amy Lee poppy Spirit Box song.
But I'm wide awake this time. Burn it down to find nothing inside. Can you feel it taking over? I feel it creeping in. I'm back at the edge again. When every lie was kept so close, burned by the gate for what All I wanted was stolen. I hate all that I believed. You're tossing and turning, I'm pulling the plug on the tree. 'Cause the end of you is the start of life for me.
I still think this is such a good song. Oh, I've been listening to this a lot, so shout outs. I had to put you onto it. So this was Poppy, Amy Lee, and Courtney LaPlante from Spirit Box. Excuse me, I couldn't even remember it tonight. Udi says, "Damn, Amy Lee is good as ever." I was gonna say Amy Lee is the goat. She's so I still think she is like one of the best. Still one of the best in metal, I would say for sure. Gogi said, let's see, a lot of people knew this one already. Nice, shout outs. We love to see it. I said, is this Amy Lee Poppy? Yep. Hear a lot of drum players live stream this song. That's makes sense. It's a good song to drum to, certainly. Gogi says, sounds like a typical song by her, but that's not a bad thing. Yeah, I would agree. Let's see. Jazz says nice. Kaylee says nice. Callis says very cool. Andy says I love Amy Lee's vocals. Also agree. The others were great, but Amy Lee. That's true. That's true. Listen, I've given enough love. I love Courtney. I think Spirit Box. I've been a fan of them since their first EP, 8 years ago. And Poppy, I do like Poppy's stuff. I think she sounds really good in this song. I know she was like doing pop music for like a good bit, and then she jumped into metal music, which is crazy. So kudos to her. And obviously these three are, I would say, they're probably the biggest three women in metal right now, arguably. So there may be a few others, but I feel like they're the most prominent, I would argue. So very cool. Felt like I gotta show that off. So no, Santa says gotta go binge on Evidence. It's now Sweet Sacrifice and Lithium are my jams. Sweet Sacrifice is a fucking banger. I agree. Lithium is also incredible too. So good song choices. Wow. Very cool. Well, thanks. Kind of chaos, a little catch up, hodgepodge of things. I believe we are continuing on still with our boys plan and deep dive on Wednesday. So very excited about that. We are nearing the end, so it'll be very cool. And then we'll finally be able to move on to the next things. I know Connie has ultimately decided to do a deep dive, which we're doing BAP, I believe that they mentioned earlier. So we will be picking out a date to do that for y'all to come through. We'll be doing it for as long as possible, certainly. And then I don't know what else. I don't think we have anything planned for the next Monday. So we'll have to figure stuff out. I'm curious. I'm curious what y'all want to see deep dive wise. I know Kaylee was gracious enough to do a Excel file with all the stuff what we're doing on. So I know we've got a couple. Jazz I know is doing one. So we'll probably have to figure it out. But Biscuit Jazz says I'm still working on my Golden Child deep dive. Hey, listen, take your time, Jazz. I don't want to rush you. I appreciate you taking the time to really do it well. So I'm stoked. Kala says I haven't done an album stream. We have not done an album stream in a while. So maybe that might be the thing. I know I said I was going to stream Friday and I didn't because life happens, but I believe I'll be able to stream Saturday. I'll double check with y'all, but I think Saturday might be an album stream potentially. So, very nice. Gunky says, what we do without boys play? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be a little lost, if I'm being honest. You know, it was such a it was such a staple to our Wednesday streams. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But Dos Santa says, "Can someone lend me 6?" Is that how close you are to a deep dive? Nah, I'll stay online. I'll keep it going for until you get 6 more points. I don't care. I'm vibing. But very nice, very nice. I don't know. Other than that, I was a little upset about the Kang Daniel show. That was sad. I found out it was sold out, which is even more wild than that. So, yeah, that was upsetting, but it was terrible luck. Yeah, yeah, we went. So we were gonna go see Kang Daniel, in Jersey City. Shout outs. So we decided to go to. Oh, let's go, No Santa. Let's go. Ayo, ayo. I had to stay on a little longer, but that's all right. We went to shout outs to Choo Choo Sushi in I don't know where it was in New Jersey, but shout outs. It's like North Jersey. But they literally deliver your sushi on like a toy train. It was incredible. So if you are in our Discord, you've already seen videos, but it was very sick. If you're ever in New Jersey, go see it. It's like just outside New York City. So we went there and then we were eating, we literally finished up dinner and we're like, yeah, we're going to get to the venue early. And then I'm looking at my phone and I got an email and I was like, son of a bitch. I was like, and my girlfriend's like, what happened? What's going on? And I was like, you won't believe it. And she's like, don't tell me the show's canceled. And I said, oh, I'm like, Jesus Christ. And she's like, this show's canceled, isn't it? And I said, yeah. And I was like, damn it. So luckily there was like a mom and pop, like Korean shop there. So we got some Korean food, brought that home, and then but yeah, it was like an hour or two before the show started, so it was like super last minute. I heard he came out and like, you know, obviously apologized to everybody. There's people in the seats, from what my girlfriend told me. There's people literally sitting in the auditorium as the show gets canceled. I was like that's oh, I'm like, I felt so bad. So I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, obviously they were gonna refund the tickets, but still was a crazy thing. But made a day out of it. Also shout outs to K-pop Nara in the American Dream Mall. If you're also in New Jersey, go check that out. K-pop Nara was incredible. They had a ton of shit, like light sticks I've never seen before. So cool vibes, cool vibes. So if you're ever in Jersey, go check those places out. Really rad shit. But we made a day of it, so I feel bad, but at the same point, I'm like, we made a day of it and still enjoyed our time off. So, you know, it is what it is. So, everyone said that looked fun. Thank you. Yeah, no, Santa, you have to let us know who you wind up deep diving. I'm curious now. I feel like I'm very stoked on what you could potentially give to us. So, Udi says that's crazy. Biscuit says wow. Khaled says, yeah, I saw a TikTok of someone in the building learning about the cancellation. Sucks so bad. I agree. Gungi says it's nice. More of us are hitting 100K. What I would love to consider. You're really working your way up there, you know. I think with hard work and perseverance, Gunky, you'll be just like No Santa, you know. The best Ohioan, you know. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. Anyway, very nice. Thank you. Thanks chat. Appreciate y'all. But very cool. We'll be rocking Boys Planet Wednesday. Come through. If you like any of this stuff and you like my stupid commentary, please come through. Would love to see you in live chat. It's always a vibe. Y'all are the best, best in the biz. So, very cool. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. I'll keep y'all posted also about Saturday's stream. I feel like I've been a little lax on that, but we're doing it. So, thanks y'all. See y'all next stream Wednesday. Peace.